smartphones and tablets and smart technology where they're going to be able to work from microchips in your brain. It's done for like quadriplegics. It's done for people who cannot otherwise, or at least paraplegics. I mean, even if you have control of your legs and feet, nobody's going to use a touchscreen with their feet. That, you know, at that point, just get the brain thing. But I think that we all know the way we work as human beings. We can't say no to an easier time. You know, there's always going to be a person going, do I need it? No, but it'd be nice to have. I've been tapping this glass screen for so long. It'd be nice to have.
It'd be nice to just say set an alarm instead of actually set an alarm.
That's right. You know, it all went to shit when we lost our BlackBerry keyboards. All went to shit after that. And now what are we doing? Putting microchips in our brain so we can work our phones better? And people will tell you, oh, yeah, no, I want to stop scrolling so much. I mean, do you? You know what I mean? I don't think so.
It's not good.
It's not good. But I feel like there's a lot of people who recognize it's not good, but they don't like go, I'm actually going to stop scrolling so much. They're like, I'd still like to see. I'd like to see what's going on out there. I want to see what's going on in California. You know, I got to see the updates. I got to see these Waymos on fire. LA lost their Waymos. They're not sending the Waymos out there anymore because they keep lighting them on fire. Which, by the way, is it still kind of a peaceful protest if you're only lighting self-driving cars on fire? You know what I mean? There's no passengers or drivers in them.
I would say so.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like nobody's getting hurt in a Waymo. There's nobody in them.
Right.
And they're super creepy anyway. Like, they strike me as that same sort of, just because we can doesn't mean we should. It doesn't strike me as a problem that needed fixing. You know, the problem is all these taxi cab drivers. Let's keep the taxi cabs, eliminate the drivers. Like, I was never looking for that to be solved.
Saves you money, though, as a company.
As a company.
Yeah,
it saves them money, not me money.
Well, it's a bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line for them.
Now we don't have to pay some driver $10 for an $80 ride.
Yeah, but then what happens when all the people who used to be taxi cab drivers can't afford a Waymo?
We'll worry about that later.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just like we'll worry about all those jobs that we're losing later.
We'll worry about that later. Yeah.
And they don't care.
And then Andrew Yang shows up and goes, what about universal basic income? And he's like, everybody forgot about that. What are you talking about?
Shut up, Andrew.
Shut up. All right. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Nerd.
Sorry. Yeah. Is that somebody threw a scooter into the Waymo fire? But it's the same deal, right? It's the scooters that you could just pick up off the street.
What are they called? Like yellow
Lime
yeah,
scooter. Yeah, somebody threw a Lime scooter in. So again, it's a government scooter. It's a city scooter.
Yeah,
it's not even like it's anybody. Like nobody's going, what the hell happened to my scooter? It's a government scooter. It's not like they're throwing it in when somebody's on the scooter.
Yeah, it's a victimless crime.
That's right.
Right, Troy?
Absolutely.
I mean, tell Newsom to. I mean, if all Newsom has to do is buy a couple new scooters, he's getting off the hook easy on this one.
Big whoop.
I mean, and that's probably what he's saying to Trump. Stop with the National Guard. Stop with all these troops that you're sending down here. I don't need them. I'm going to let this play out, buy a couple new scooters, and everything will be fine. You're making a big deal out of nothing. Trump's like, no, I'm going to send more troops. we got to stop having people light these vehicles on fire. Yeah, so I guess the Waymos aren't going into LA anymore. They're like, no, because Google's tired of losing cars. And I guess if I'm Google, I'd be bummed. Like, I'd be bummed if I turned on Twitter and just saw videos of all these Not Sam cars that I paid money for, and they're all on fire. It's like, well, why did I put them out there for then, you know?
You got insurance.
Yeah, I guess the insurance will be fine.
Does it cover protests?
I'm sure.
It's got to. I mean, you would think if you're sending a car out there with no driver, there's no human watching the car, just a random person lighting it on fire has to be covered by insurance. Because I can't believe they didn't think this could happen. You know, there is something about it. Like, if there wasn't a protest going on, let's say this car was driving through Pennsylvania in the 90s. Troy, would you not throw a rock at it?
1,000%.
Would you take a shit in the back seat? If you're younger, not. A younger, more irresponsible human.
A teenage Troy?
Would you take a shit in the backseat of a driverless car?
Yeah, of course.
You have to.
Especially if somebody dared you to.
You have to because you're
Or said, hey, I bet you won't.
Right.
Oh, really?
Oh, you,
Really?
Oh,
You don't
you'll
think I'll
bet.
shit in the car?
That's right. And you don't even take the time to say, like, what is this bet all about? Like, what is the prize here?
No, it's just you said that.
It's a gentleman's bet to see if you'll do that or not.
Would it even have to be a driverless car?
What if it was just a taxi?
No, Mike, that's a great
Take
point.
a shit in the back of someone's Honda. It's the 90s.
What if,
That's
it was
okay.
what if it was your buddy's car who was just driving you to Taco Bell? And I bet you wouldn't do it.
I probably would.
Yeah, okay. Good point, Mike.
It was the 90s.
Good point, Mike.
I mean, everything. My buddy, penis and menu guy. He used to pee out the back of windows.
That's hard to believe.
We'd be driving out the window. He'd have his penis like out the window.
Right.
That's physically impressive.
It's impressive. And then we'd
It
see.
takes a strong pelvis.
Yeah.
And it was in my buddy's car, and I was in the passenger seat.
Oh.
And then while he's trying to do that, then I would like swerve the wheel.
Oh, that's
so then
fun.
He'd pee all over the inside of the car.
But it was your buddy's car.
Yeah.
Did he like that? Your buddy?
It's like, stop! What are you doing?
So what do you- yeah.
Don't you both wish, like you wish at the same time that we could have recorded that stuff like you can now, but also really glad you didn't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we did record a lot of stuff. I can't find the tapes.
Thank God.
Unfortunately,
Oh, because they're
thank
physical,
God.
like...
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
the little-
tapes.
Tapes, yeah.
We stole a camcorder from from Jamesway. Do you remember Jamesway?
Yes, yes.
Yep. We broke that. We came in with pliers. They were just attached with like a wire. We brought pliers with us. We snipped it. We took the camera out.
Yeah, I love that. That's the other thing, too. Like, everybody's like, oh, it's such a terrible time that we live in now. They're setting Waymos on fire. Like 6 months ago, it was, oh, it's such a terrible time we're living in now. Everybody's shoplifting.
We're doing the same stuff.
Come on. You weren't shoplifting camcorders in the 90s? Get out of here. Get out of here. Please.
Just now, it's, things you need to survive.
Because they're so expensive. Eggs are expensive.
Yeah.
Got to grab them.
Actually, no, eggs are not expensive.
Not anymore?
No, they're down 400%.
Where'd you get that info from?
President.
Honestly, like no shit. Like eggs at Trader Joe's,
Yeah.
$2.99.
Whoa. Are you stocking up?
Well, I mean, just anytime we need eggs, it's like, well, we need eggs. Let's go get them.
Oh, good
What-
news for Toots.
Yeah, I was about to say, once we get our Tuesday update today,
Today.
later on this morning.
Toots is living high off the hog.
Oh, I'll bet he's feeling nice and full in the belly.
Eggs on eggs.
Yeah. Yep. Kramer in Pittsburgh. What's up, Kramer?
Hey, buddy, talking about them Waymos and the bullshit that goes on. There's videos up that they're creating their own traffic jams in their own parking lots now.
Who?
Waymos.
And what they're supposed to do.
Oh, I mean,
is,
sorry.
guess,
Sorry. Waymos.
What are they supposed to
Well,
do,
yep,
Kramer?
yep. So what they're supposed to do is, I guess they're supposed to beep the horn and let other cars know that they're around. So there's hundreds of Waymos in parking lots beeping horns at each other all fucking night long.
Wait, where are the
while
Waymos?
the residents are trying. Where are they?
Yeah, what are they in?
I missed it, man. I'm
No,
sorry.
what are the Waymos in? Like, where are they located? What type of structure,
I guess they're parking them in parking lots out in Los
Lots.
Angeles.
Okay, got it.
Lots.
Okay. Lots.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything else you want me to say while you got me here?
Literally everything.
Where can I get a good hoagie
Okay.
out your way?
Hey, you want me to go off and tell you about that quarterback we just got down here?
Dude, you don't have to do the voice. You do the voice normally.
I know.
But yeah. I think that. So you're saying that like Waymos are making their own traffic jams, all getting deployed in the same area or whatever.
That's it, man. There's videos of it
Oh,
sitting
my
there all
God.
night, and they're beeping the horns at each other, and there's nobody even in them.
That's so
you know
funny.
how it
We
works.
found-
I don't have to explain that to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Kramer. I'm going to hang up on you, but we
Yeah,
found the video you were just talking about. Yeah, it's like an aerial shot of a parking lot in San Diego, and they are because they're like parked in a weird diagonal way. None of them will listen to each other, and so they're all just. And I didn't realize that Waymos are programmed to also honk, but the idea that they're all stuck just honking at each other, and none of them have anything rational going on. There's no Waymo is there to be reasonable with the other one. So they just sit there all night long, trapped in this parking lot. You know what's so haunting about that? no angry honks. It's all just the programmed honk over and over and over again. Like if there's a human, it's 2 regular honks, and then you're just no angry honks. Just like, okay,
Please move.
can't get out, honk, can't get out, honk, can't get out, honk, like for hours and hours and hours.
So polite.
It really is. Yeah, I mean, I hope that, like, I hope everybody's safe, and I hope we don't start a civil war or something. But I also hope that after all this protesting, California just is like, enough with the Waymos. We don't need to do it. It doesn't help anything. What does a self-driving cab help? Other than Google's bottom line.
Yeah, I mean, that's you. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They don't care about employment.
You're right. You're right. Did you see that a CNN host got, it wasn't arrested, detained. Not arrested, detained.
Yeah, last night I saw
Yeah.
that, yeah.
I'll bet these, I know if I was a reporter and I got put in cuffs,
Oh, it'd be great.
I'd be like, yes, yes.
You better be rolling. Are you rolling? Are you rolling?
Yeah, yeah. Even if they're putting me in the drunk tank overnight, it fucking rules. Because then I get out of the drunk tank and they put me on the, because they're not, like, he's probably not one of the primetime guys. You know, he goes out, the primetime people throw to him in L.A. But I'll bet if you end up in the drunk tank overnight, you get to go in studio the next day to talk about your harrowing journey.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'd be super down for something like that.
And you got to make a name for yourself. This is how you start.
Yes. And you go like this. I just think that one of the most frightening things, it's not really about me and my experience, but in this day and age to see the press treated like this, it really makes you think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go
We're living
ahead.
in scary times.
That's right.
That the press, I'm just trying to report what is going on.
Right.
And I have become a victim.
Right. And then everybody watching is like, we're done. Oh my God.
It's the end of civilization.
Right. And CNN is like, great news. We just got a report. Most of our audience thinks it's the end of civilization. So congratulations, everybody. We did it. We did it again. Another night.
Great job, everyone.
Yeah. And then on Fox, they're going, good news. Last night in the morning meeting. Last night, the country is back to thinking that the woke are taking over. They're back to it. We got them back.
Good job, everyone.
We got them back. Great job. If we can instill a little more fear today, we'll know we've done what we're here to do. Yeah, watch this this gentleman get detained.
Posters saying
CNN?
It's time to escalate.
Wait 1 second,
it's time
John.
to-
Hold on.
Yeah,
I want
go ahead.
to. Jason,
Yep.
what's going on? I hear you. Am I seeing Jason Carroll being? What happened, Jason?
I am being detained. Laura. I'm not being arrested. Correct, officers?
Did you hear what he told you?
No.
We're letting you go, but you can't come back.
Okay.
Because then if you come back, then you go.
Okay.
Okay, please?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, officer.
Take care. You too. Nice to meet you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
What happened,
If
Jason?
you guys can still hear me, what happened was I was... Yes.
I'm Chris with the New York Times. We got video of you guys.
Oh, you did?
If you need it later,
Thank you.
call New York Times.
I appreciate that.
I can hear you still, Jason. What's happening?
So we here's what happened, Laura. The officer, I was called over, and the officer told me to put my hands behind my back. I said, am I being arrested? He said, you were being detained. I was walked out of the area.
You can kind of see it.
They
Pause for a
took down
second.
my-
The footage of him being detained, you can kind of see on his face. He's like, yes. The officers are like, they told me I was going to have to walk 10 feet down the road. Really being out here is a harrowing experience. It really is. No, I'm fine now. I'm free. Yeah, they just told
Really
me.
makes you appreciate family.
Yeah. For a moment, I thought, no, they told me I could just walk over here instead of over there. They said that was just I'm just going to be over here now. Anyway, now I know how Greta Thunberg feels.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. She got kidnapped. Did you hear she got kidnapped?
Yeah.
Yeah. They let her go, though, luckily. Yeah.
I was worried.
Yeah.
She had to sail back, didn't she?
She did, yeah. They were like, you were just doing a thing that we told you was illegal, so we had to bring you in. Well, you can go.
Turn the boat around.
Yeah, it's just trying to go back around the other way. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe it's gotten much, much worse. They said protesters as LA unrest spreads. I mean, I don't know if you're in.
They're not resting.
They're not resting.
Oh boy.
I mean, I didn't get a ton of sleep last night, but
Well, that's because you were doing like 5 podcasts. There's unrest in Westchester every night.
There's unrest. There are sirens blaring in Westchester.
That's why you don't think any of this is weird, because you're like, I hear sirens every night.
Yeah, I hear sirens all the time. There was an emergency, so I had to, I had to enter into a state of unrest due to an emergency. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was out there over the weekend, and I'm sorry to report that I found about this on Twitter. You know what I mean?
The entire city isn't burning to the ground? That's so weird.
No, and I was actually I drove from the airport to the hills and back. That was on Saturday night. Friday, spent a good amount of time downtown, actually. Did some shopping. Did some shopping, bought some pants, a couple shirts, Seemed okay. Got a bite to eat. I told you I went to that Fat Sal's that time.
That's right.
I went to a Wendy's drive-thru at one point. That was fine, So, I got a spicy chicken.
Really?
Yeah. And the lady at the Wendy's seemed like, I was like, oh, are you worried about the burning down? She's like, what's burning down? I was like, Los Angeles? She's like, I don't think so. I think we're okay.
I would have heard about that.
Yeah. I think I would have been aware of that. But yeah, but I guess it's burning down because the news said it's burning down. Trump is continuing to send in more National Guards. Gavin Newsom is saying we don't need the National Guard. Please stop sending National Guard. Trump is like, I will send more National Guard. You don't know what you're doing, Gavin Newsom. You've lost control, is Trump's perspective. Gavin Newsom says we have not lost control. And Trump says, I've seen way too many Waymos on fire to not send the National Guard. The National Guard is coming in. So Gavin Newsom is, he's suing the Trump administration. The state, I guess, is suing this Trump administration. And then Trump is like, okay, in response to the lawsuit, we're going to send more National Guard. Which I wonder about the people who are actually part of the National Guard going like, what the fuck is going, like, are we just being used as tools here? Like, are we just pawns in this ridiculous game that's going on? But yeah, they keep sending, because I also saw like this picture of like all these poor people who are actually, that's what they just keep saying, we're sending in more National Guards, there's lawsuit, and you're like, the people who are actually in the National Guard are human beings that have to just like follow their orders. You know what I mean? And they have to get there being like, are we here to douse the flames on Waymos? I mean, what do you think, Mike?
I mean, getting a little extra pay to go crack some hippie skulls. I think that's the dream of everyone who's ever put on the uniform.
Okay, when you're in the National Guard, it doesn't happen that often, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everyone gets to live out Kent State.
And you're saying that as a pro.
Exactly.
Okay,
what else would
okay,
it be?
Okay. No, okay. It's just a weird, you know history better than me, so.
If they get deployed, they get extra money, Mike?
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're in the National Guard, it's like being a reservist. It's like a 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks a year. So if you get activated, then while you're activated, you're getting compensated for your time.
Okay. They shouldn't say activated. They should think of better terminology, because that sounds like Manchurian Candidate stuff. It's a little machine-y.
If you're being permitted to go crack hippie skulls.
That's a little better, I think. And it's a little more accurate, too.
Yeah,
that's what we use our National Guard for.
Yeah, some asshole tries to put a fucking daisy in the barrel of your rifle.
Okay, guess what?
Put the butt of that thing through his jaw.
I think that we long for those days. I think there are people who are longing for the days of like 60s true civil unrest. And so they're trying to kind of make it up now. You know what I mean? They want that for whatever reason. I can't wait for this one. Yeah,
that Mike in Florida?
I hope so. Donald in Indiana. What's up, Donald?
Sam, I think you're lying about seeing violence.
Oh, okay. Why do you think that?
See, well, I was watching a documentary most of the day on Saturday, and there was a lot of violence between Mexicans and Americans early in the day. And as a matter of fact, Chad Gable fought on both sides.
No, I guess that is true. I forgot that I did witness.
Come on.
I forgot that I did witness worlds colliding on earlier in the day on Saturday, and then seeing it get followed up later on Saturday night. Are you talking about the great civil war between Dominic Mysterio and Octagon Jr.?
Absolutely. And with the talk of the walls from Trump,
Yeah,
they even had ladders out.
that's right. They did.
I don't know what they were using the ladders for.
No.
Thank God Donald's here to keep you honest.
Yeah, you know what, Donald? You call me out on my bullshit, and you nailed it, dude. You nailed it. You're 100% right, my friend.
I'm going to do my emergency pod about this right now. You guys take care.
Thank you. Get the siren blaring. Yeah, so Newsom's like, stop, I'm suing you now. Stop sending National Guard out here. I have control. And Trump is like, you clearly don't have control. I take your lawsuit and I raise you many more troops. Here's 4,000 troops. And then now Newsom is saying, I'm going to sue you again. And Donald Trump is flirting with the idea in press interviews of going, maybe we will arrest Gavin Newsom. And a lot of people are going, this kind of is a weird thing we're doing between states' rights and the federal government here. This is a little wild, you know, with everything going on out here. I also wonder if when ICE was deployed in such an aggressive manner, if they assumed it would go smoothly. You know what I mean? If they were just like, oh, everybody will be fine with this. There's definitely not going to be any protests or anything. But I don't know. And then, just as we need it all covered, Antonio Brown makes the startling announcement.
Good for him.
Yes, that it's like, you know, Gavin Newsom is saying we have the city under control, and Trump is saying we have to help you, and Antonio Brown is saying, hey, Gavin Newsom, I had sex with your wife.
And then if you look at his Twitter account,
Yeah.
he didn't stop there.
Okay.
He's having a great time.
He is. He likes this. He likes his angle in this. Gavin Newsom tweeted out, new. We are suing Donald Trump. This is a manufactured crisis. He is creating fear and terror to take over a state militia and violate the U.S. Constitution. The illegal order he signed could allow him to send the military into any state he wishes. Every governor, red or... And then ...
Against this.
Yeah, sure. I get where he's going with this. And AB responded to this tweet, I had sex with your wife, Gavin. Ellipses. And then, okay, he's making photoshops having sex with the governor's wife. Oh, that's a video. Okay.
He's just got some rap music playing.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm glad he added a little soundtrack to it. She went to... Okay. I figured out what BDU was. I'm going to just say the U stands for university. I'm going to guess the D stands for dick.
So the B...
Don't know that one. Haven't figured that out yet. And then there's an image of Shane Gillis, and he's holding his phone up to who I believe is his girlfriend with the quote, you see AB fucked Gavin Newsom's wife. I mean, it's unnecessary. The last thing Gavin Newsom needs is Antonio Brown going to town with this. Now he's tweeting a meme of Michael Jordan from The Last Dance in his chair where he took things personally. And the text he added said, they told me I couldn't have sex with Gavin Newsom's wife, so I had sex with Gavin Newsom's wife. I mean, this doesn't seem... And I was looking it up. I was Google searching. I have heard of... this came out of nowhere. Like, there's no...
Yeah, he just wanted to say it.
There's no weird history. It's just It's just AB decided it's AB time. I'm gonna.
He's like, I got a funny joke.
Yeah, I have a funny joke, and I am going to hammer it into the ground.
It was pointed out to me that this would have been really funny if Don Jr. tweeted that.
That Don Jr. had... Yeah.
Because he did.
Because he actually did.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, he can pull that card whenever he wants.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, because Gavin Newsom's wife was with Don Jr. before, right?
No.
Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
Guilfoyle.
Yeah. She dated Don Jr. after she divorced.
Kimberly Guilfoyle was Newsom's wife.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
And now she's...
And then not anymore. They broke up.
They broke up now.
Her and Don Jr. But
Don Jr. and Kimberly Guilfoyle broke up?
Yeah, they broke up like a year ago.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't hear about that.
But for a while, they were getting it on.
Woo-wee!
You can imagine.
You can imagine, right? Everybody good? Everybody! No yelling on the bus! I mean, these like weird political circles.
He just kept going.
Now he's photoshopping a photo, Antonio Brown, of his own face on Donald Trump's body. These weird political circles where like a woman could end up in a relationship with both Gavin Newsom and then Donald Trump Jr. It's just so incestuous.
I was going to say the exact same word.
It's so incestuous. You just realize like everybody.
But that's been going on forever.
I know.
Like, since humans held power over things.
It would just be like the same women.
Like, if we go back and read the scrolls from the Bronze Age,
yeah,
we're just going to find shit like this.
Yeah, that's
whatever
right.
their version was.
That's right. She used to be fucking him. Now she's fucking this guy. Yeah. I mean, Scott in Worcester. 866-969-1969. We're trying to help him figure out the LA stuff. I think we've almost gotten to the bottom of it. So, Scott, what's up, bud?
Yeah, love you, love show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I got a perfect response for Gavin. He could just have his assistant say his wife is in a coma.
That would be a good response. That would be a great response.
Thanks, guys.
If Gavin Newsom's assistant DM'd Antonio Brown saying, sir, his wife is in a coma. Oh, I mean, they won't stop. It's just meme after meme after meme of Antonio Brown just deciding all day yesterday this was going to be his angle on the whole thing. Everybody needs an angle on these hot news stories. CNN gets their reporters arrested. Donald Trump just won't stop sending National Guard. Gavin Newsom saying, please leave us alone. And Antonio Brown is putting Steven Crowder memes up.
I love it.
She's a squirter, he wrote? That's terrible. I would hate that if somebody did that about the woman that I love. You know what I mean? That's horrible.
Well, then Gavin should step up to the table and refute.
She is, in fact, not.
But if he does
that... The problem with that, yeah, it's a tricky loophole, Mike. You and I are on the same page. If you go, she is not, and he can then turn around and go, she was with me. You know, you don't want that. That's even worse.
Real Princess Bride scenario.
That's exactly right. Oh, yeah. So I mean, it's a mess, but it's a mess for a lot of reasons. You know, it just feels like, doesn't it feel like none of it's real?
It doesn't feel real now. I think you just have to look at it like this is just a show. Watch the show,
and it doesn't feel like it's not real. Being like it's so destructive, this can't be real. It feels like it's not real. Like they're putting on a play.
Yeah,
and they're like utilizing all of us as like pawns in the play, right? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't hurt matters in terms of our speculation when we go, what was happening right before this? Oh, Elon said Donald Trump's on the Epstein list. Nobody's talking about that anymore, though, because I guess LA's on fire. I mean, I flew out of LA. I looked out the window when I was flying out of LA.
You didn't see plumes of smoke?
No, I looked totally fine.
You weren't delayed because there's smoke everywhere. No,
I was delayed because of air traffic control in JFK because of Elon.
Hey, did you see your pilot and your co-pilot talking before the flight?
No, and it fucked me up. It fucked me up. I said, this thing better stay on course because it doesn't seem like you two have said a word to each other.
It's not good.
And I said, that's dumb.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing is dumb.
Hey, Captain All Ears.
That's dumb. I mean, it won't stop with the Gavin Newsom memes, dildos and whatnot. It's terrible. It's a terrible thing to do.
The Gavin Newsom starter
pack. That's fine.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess this is going to be the story of the week. Whoopi Goldberg has other theories, though. Apparently, and I didn't see this turn coming. You got to follow as our world turns. It's just a great soap opera. You're right, Troy. Sometimes you just have to watch the show. So this is where the show is now. Now, The View is doing conspiracy theories. Before, if you did conspiracy theories on The View, it was like...
You're a quack.
Yeah, lock him up and put him in an asylum.
Yeah.
And, by the way, not only are you a quack, you're a danger and a threat to the country.
Yes.
Like, we can't platform conspiracy... And I remember when they said, well, you can't platform a conspiracy theorist. That was a thing, right?
Yeah, and they're sending out misinformation.
Yes, do not platform these conspiracy theorists. They're purposefully sending out misinformation. However, Whoopi is seeing and Whoopi. Maybe she just has questions. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Maybe Whoopi just has questions because on The View, they were talking about the Trump-Elon fight, and was Whoopi's take on it.
In this fight, my money is on Donald Trump, though, because he clapped back and said he'll go after Elon's Pentagon contracts.
Yeah.
He gets over $20 billion from the Department of Defense.
I love that y'all bought into it.
All right, can I hit pause? Hit pause. I mean, I was like, when I saw this, I was like, masterful. What a turn. What a turn. I didn't know this is where we were going.
You didn't see it coming.
No, the Whoopi's just like, it's totally fine to be the host, to just do conspiracies now. When she goes, what was that, like, I just love that you guys think this is like,
I can't believe you bought into it.
I can't believe you bought into it, which is like, we were just saying that's crazy a minute ago. I feel like just a minute ago, we were like, that's crazy. Like, can you imagine going on The View and being like, I can't believe you guys are buying into the pandemic? Say, for instance.
You didn't even have to be a conspiracy theorist. Remember, Stephen Colbert lost his mind when Jon Stewart just suggested.
Yeah, he's like...
where it came from.
where
the origins were from it.
Yeah, it's called the coronavirus lab. And whoa. What are you? Crazy?
You sound like a quack.
You sound like a...
John, what are you, alt-right?
Yeah. Is Whoopi alt-right? Does this make Whoopi alt-right? Is that when the conspiracy theories are about the right, are you still alt-right? Or maybe she's alt-left? You know what would be great? If this is the first conspiracy that she's like, okay, I'm in. Because it always happens. That's how these conspiracy theories work. Like, you get one that you glom onto. A lot of us, the JFK one is the first one.
Sure.
But you get and then you start spiraling.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And they get you with this one. They get you, that one could be real. That one could be real. That one could be real. Wouldn't it be great if Whoopi goes full QAnon by the end of the year?
I would love it.
It'd be great.
I'd become a Whoopi fan.
Would you watch The View?
Every day.
If every story they brought up, Whoopi's like, it's really cute that you think that you believe that. I can't believe you're buying into that. You don't think that's a distraction? Once you start saying this is a distraction,
we're celebrating. We're celebrating first man walking on the moon. You actually believe that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's going to be tough to celebrate since it's never happened.
Since it happened in a studio.
Yeah. Somebody's like, point out to me on the globe where you can find the globe.
Okay.
The round, the spherical, because the Earth is. You guys think the Earth's a circle? You think it's a sphere? Okay, because I've been in a lot of planes. All I see is flat terrain. But okay. Go on with. Okay, let's all sit back and watch her talk about the globe. I can't wait. Whoopi's this Whoopi arc is the. I thought it was never going to get better than Sister Act 2. This is my favorite now.
You didn't see this one.
I didn't see it coming, not by a long shot. I couldn't have predicted. Nope. Me and Quanstra Dumbass, neither one of us saw this one coming. Nope.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
I do
go back a little bit, Mike, because I want to spend a second to sit in the silence after Whoopi says, "I'm glad you all are buying into this." Where the rest and you can hear it. You don't have to pause it because you'll hear it. You can hear the sound of all the other hosts going, "Is Whoopi a conspiracy theorist? Is Whoopi saying this is fake?"
In this fight, my money is on Donald Trump, though, because he clapped back and said he'll go after Elon's Pentagon contracts.
Yeah.
He gets over $20 billion from the Department of Defense.
I love that y'all bought into it.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
I do believe it's fake.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's too strategic. It's tapping.
You're giving him too much credit.
Oh, no, no. I just feel like, oh, yeah, now suddenly everybody's upset about stuff. I'm sorry. No, this is another distraction.
Oh, my God.
Keep us talking not about the stuff we're talking about.
Could you pause for a moment? This is a distraction to get us to talk about this instead of it's the same playbook. It's the same stuff. This is like the worst things you could say. 2 years ago, to say this, you might as well be in jail for treason. This is the worst stuff you could do 2 years ago.
She says, distracting us from talking about the stuff we're talking. The View is discussing the truth. And this Donald Trump, Elon stuff is distracting us from what we're saying, which is the truth.
The truth. You know, what the mainstream media covers.
Because we know the truth.
Wouldn't that be great if the mainstream media somehow, like, it flips and the mainstream media becomes alternative media? And then alternative media is like, no, don't listen to alternative media. They're trying to distract you from what us here at the mainstream media are saying, which is the truth. And if you're really, like, based, you watch the mainstream media. You know what I mean?
I would love it.
Because they're telling the truth. Like, oh, let's see what Whoopi's got to say.
Remember, you were hoping that for masks.
Yeah.
They would flip, so...
It would flip.
Yeah.
It would flip. And I bet I'm still optimistic.
You're holding up.
I'm optimistic that it'll flip. And this is how the mask thing will happen, right? People will start wearing masks to mock people who are legitimately wearing masks. But then, like, everything that happens in this, like, political world, when you're doing something as a joke or ironically, you forget. People forget that it was a joke. Or if they forget the origins of it in general. And they just do it because the other person is doing it. And then all of a sudden, all the anti-mask people are wearing masks. And it's like, no, we wear masks because you have to.
Yeah.
You forgot that it was a joke to begin with. You know? I mean, I would love that.
Like if Trump came out and he's like, I think it's safe to be wearing a mask.
Right.
And everybody's like, okay, we're putting it on.
We're putting it on.
He said it.
If he said it, they would do it.
I know.
I think it'd be great.
I love it.
Go back a little bit, Mike, so we can hear her talking about the distractions.
I do believe it's fake.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It's too strategic. It's tapping.
You're giving him too much credit.
Oh, no. I just feel like, now suddenly everybody's upset about stuff. I'm sorry. No, this is another distraction to keep us talking not about the stuff we're talking about,
right,
but the stuff they want us to do. I'm not buying it. I don't buy them because they lie.
Yeah, but both of them are so legitimately crazy.
They lie all the time.
That's right.
They brought a man back. This gentleman you were talking about.
Kilmar Abrego
first
Garcia.
they said, oh, look at his hands. He's got all these gang signs. Then he's this. And now he's been running people out of the country. He's been, trafficking people. It's like, okay, what else? Yeah. Bring me more, because I don't believe anything they say anymore, because
that's fake. Wait, hit pause and rewind back. She's saying that's fake too? The guy with the tattoos on his head is fake too?
They have been saying that's fake.
Oh.
Because remember, he showed Trump showed a picture.
Oh, that was...
And they're saying it was photoshopped.
No, okay. He's got 4 symbols.
Right.
But when Trump was being interviewed by that guy on ABC News,
right,
Trump was legitimately saying that the MS-13 that they had put on the photo to describe what it was real.
I see. So it wasn't even photoshopped. It was like we're trying to, and he's saying those are tattoos.
And he incorrectly thought that he literally had MS-13, and now it's all fucking confused.
Because I think most people, much like the president, are headline readers. That nobody is getting to nobody's figuring out what this story is.
Well, yeah, I think that the symbols on his knuckles are MS-13.
I don't know.
I don't know either, and I don't know if it's been.
Nobody
it hasn't been
anymore.
confirmed or anything. But he was insisting to that interviewer, no. He literally had MS-13 on his
I saw that picture.
And they were photoshopped.
Right.
The MS-13.
The MS-13.
The MS-13 was photoshopped on his knuckles to show what the symbols were.
Right. It wasn't photoshopped. It wasn't photoshopped to deceive.
Right.
It was photoshopped almost like a subtitle.
Yes.
But he thought it was MS-13 was actually
yes, he did. Yes, the president did think that.
Yes.
The president.
I'm surprised he wasn't briefed.
The president, you're saying.
Yes.
The president thought that. Well, I don't know if he listens in the briefings. I don't know if he likes being briefed.
Probably not.
Because he's probably more like, yeah, I know. And they're like, well, we didn't. No, you don't. We didn't. Let us brief.
I'll wing it.
Yeah, I know better than you. I'm the president. We could help you.
He's like, no, I saw the MS-13.
Yeah. Okay, so Whoopi is saying that because... But now, instead of it being like, what if he's an idiot? Because there is a real possibility.
The president?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of going like, well, what if he just did an idiot thing? They're going like Whoopi's into the nefarious
I think Whoopi's
government
got her eyes
control conspiracy world.
A little.
Was it Whoopi or was it Rosie O'Donnell that was like, I think it was Rosie, may have been Rosie, where she was like, something's weird with 9/11.
Rosie, I
Okay,
think.
okay.
Rosie was flirting with 9/11 truth or dumb.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Rosie.
Okay.
Right. And it's like,
Whoopi's not far from there.
I mean, I just,
You're never too late to join the party.
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes feel like they forget. It's like, it's The View. Just do the gig. You know what I mean? I don't, like, it's almost like this is a fluff nonsense show. Don't worry about, like, spreading your conspiracy theories on The View. It's just not going to work out.
I think that they really believe that they know the truth.
Yeah.
And they have to let people know every day that we know the truth and you need to know this.
Do you think the ladies of The View, tell me your opinion, feel that they are providing a service?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, but doesn't everyone on TV?
I think we are.
I said on TV.
Oh, I think we're providing a service.
I mean, I'm not watching any, CNN or Fox or whatever where they're like, we're not telling you the truth. We don't know.
Or like, or
Good point.
I mean, they all think
you're
that,
right.
that they know and they're telling you.
Yeah.
or like even they might think they're telling the truth, but the self-importance of we're providing this valuable service as opposed to like,
Thank God for me.
right, as opposed to like we're just doing a show, like we're doing a show. You know what I mean? Like nobody will just say we're just doing a TV show.
I get, if you're getting paid millions of dollars to be there, you probably think you're really important and this is your work. This is what you need to do as a human.
You think Whoopi thinks that?
I would imagine so.
I got to alert the people.
Absolutely.
There's a psyop going on.
They have me in this position.
Right.
I know the truth and I have to tell the people.
Wait till she finds out about what they were doing with LSD in the 60s. It's going to blow her fucking mind.
I wonder what she thinks of Epstein.
Oh, she knows.
You think she knows?
I don't know if I've seen her on any list, so maybe she does know.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard that she's on any
I don't
list.
think so either.
Do you think she called her ex Ted Danson just to make sure that Ted Danson wasn't on the list?
Are you cool?
Are you cool?
You sure you weren't there?
Because you were super famous when Cheers was around. All right, let's wrap up with Whoopi explaining why she's now, as Travis put it, got her eyes open.
Oh yeah.
Now he's been running people out of the country. He's been, trafficking people. It's like, okay, what else? Yeah. Bring me more, because I don't believe anything they say anymore, because they have shown themselves not to be the most trustworthy people you want.
I just love, I love the idea. And also, by the way, the funniest part about it is, that's not even to say that, like, she's definitely wrong.
No.
But it's just funny that she's the one saying it.
She put a bow on it and you're like, oh, you know what? They're not the most trustworthy people.
Yeah, no, they're really not, but I'd love to get her taken out. Like, if they could never have me on a show like this. Because once that door was open, I'd be obsessed with it. I'd be like, Whoopi, this thing going on in L.A. There's more.
PSYOP?
There's more going on there, right? And Whoopi's like, Sam, I'm glad you brought that up.
I would imagine she probably wouldn't take that stance with L.A.
She thinks L.A. is legit.
Yeah.
Okay. But the other stuff, not legit.
That's not legit.
Okay. Well, I'm glad somebody's there to kind of fill us in on what's going on. I'm glad Whoopi's there to let us know the truth, finally.
I
can't wait for Whoopi's podcast. Is it going to be on InfoWars?
It should be.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
be great.
A force.
Alex Jones and Whoopi Goldberg.
Nobody would have seen it coming.
No. I was looking at some interesting stuff on the internet last night. What's that, Whoopi? Oh. I mean, on the subject of rich people doing odd things and streets being shut down, they shut down Fifth Avenue, like right around 26th Street, a few days ago. People were trying to figure out what it is. There was a TikTok about it and everything. And it appears that Fifth Avenue is a very busy street in New York City, but a very busy street in New York City. A lot of business gets conducted. And apparently the belief is that Fifth Avenue was shut down so that Jeff Bezos could have furniture delivered.
Oh, right. I saw that.
Yes, that apparently this is just a normal rich guy thing, that while streets are being shut down in LA because the Waymos are on fire, in New York, I guess Jeff Bezos was able to shut down Fifth Avenue, an entire section of Fifth Avenue, to get some kind of furniture delivered, and people believe that because this whole section of Fifth Avenue was shut down. A giant crane is brought in, and it's clearly lifting some kind of furniture all the way up to like the top area of a building. And the person who owns I think it's like 5 apartments on that top floor, like he owns like almost the whole top floor, this massive penthouse, is Jeff Bezos. Mm-hmm. And so the idea is that they believe that he has the power to just have streets shut down.
You don't think so?
I think he does.
Oh, okay. Because you kept saying like the belief.
Well, I mean, it hasn't been
how do you
confirmed.
get your furniture delivered?
I mean, Bob's just comes over and drops it off. Yeah, I don't have that kind of flex yet.
Thanks for the new Bobopedic.
Yeah, Bob's comes over and then they scuff it in the doorway. That's how I get my my furniture gets delivered. They damage lighting fixtures as they're trying to get it up the stairs. That's how mine gets delivered.
And by the way, remember Norton said that he had his street shut down so they could bring a crane to put his hot tub on his patio.
Norton said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, how else are you going to get it up there?
So if he's got the juice to do that, he's got the juice.
You
to
could
shut
just
down.
have streets shut down. It's New York City.
You got to get a permit, and it has to be for between certain times. And I'm sure there's a lot of hoops you got to jump through, especially for Fifth Avenue.
I mean,
but it is possible.
It's probably not that tough for Jeff Bezos.
No,
he probably knows exactly who to call.
He can't just get his furniture in a box and put it together himself?
I would have thought so.
I thought that's how everybody did it.
And nobody knows what piece of furniture it actually was. But I would think
a hot tub.
It could have been a hot tub. But yeah, most of my furniture, like my shelving and everything, comes in pieces.
Yeah.
And I have to sit there for a couple hours and curse at it until I build it together sloppily.
Try to read the directions.
Yeah. It's in Swedish or whatever.
It's in Swedish.
Yeah.
Use the Allen wrench.
I'm like, I hate Allen wrenches. Why is it always an Allen wrench?
Gotta have your wife just read it to you and just be like, show me what to do.
Yeah.
Point to that and go over there.
Start looking for YouTubes because I got mad and tore up the instructions.
Oh, this is upside down.
Yeah.
You can pay somebody on Craigslist too.
Yeah, don't they have like a TaskRabbit? Isn't that
TaskRabbit's awesome for that?
You love TaskRabbit.
Oh yeah, they come over because a lot of them have like a partner that they work with, so they'll come over with like the drills and shit.
Oh, yeah, because they're actual like handymen.
It's like a business that they run.
Right.
They come over, they zip through it, they're in and out in like 20 minutes.
Because they're trying to just like get through as much IKEA as humanly possible in a single day.
Yeah, they stack jobs. They just
and then and it's the same people. Like we have. It used to be we have a handyman that like my dad used. So he's like, here's my guy, and then you call him. He's like, yeah, I could come over tomorrow at like 3. Now they're just like, no, I'm just gonna get on this app and like. I'm not going to, I just build IKEA all day long. It's a good business. This guy was trying to get into his office and exposed Jeff Bezos for shutting down Fifth Avenue.
This hunk
delivers his furniture. Let me show you. Look at that crane. Hold on. So he owns the top floors up there. So today is the day that he is delivering furniture. I think we all can relate to this. This is how we get our furniture delivered as well. Of course, you all know that that's my office right there, which I'm on the 4th floor, and there is Jeff Bezos' apartment on 26th Street. So there it goes. Whatever is in there, his furniture, is being hoisted up.
I don't know. It looks like
all
a flat
the way,
box.
So that our friend over here, because you know what, this is how we all do it, by the way. And then he's got more cranes over here.
Pause for a second. Do you think he
Oh
should
my
make
God, he wouldn't stop making that joke. I watched this video and he makes the same joke like 5 times.
Hey,
But
man.
you know, this is how we all do it.
It's relatable. This is how we all
I
get
got you the
furniture.
first time.
Yeah, I understand.
It's cute.
I understand. He's a rich guy.
Yeah, okay.
He's getting detolfs. Brought up to his apartment with a crane.
You think that's what it was?
I think it was mainly detolfs because it looked like a pretty flat box. It didn't look like you fit like a couch in there.
Maybe it was one of those what are those pods that you sit in and the lights are out?
Oh, like a anti-sensory
deprivation.
Yeah,
tank.
sensory
Yeah.
deprivation tank.
That'd be cool.
It would be sweet. Do you have one of those?
No, I wish I did.
Have you done one?
No, I would do it.
I'm surprised you haven't.
Why is that?
Because it's very
you
like,
do all that new age
it's-
bullshit. That's why
He said
'Cause
it, not
you
me.
do all that new age horse shit because you're uncomfortable with yourself.
I don't know. People speak highly of it. It's meditation
And would you say both?
and new age bullshit. Yeah,
Because you're uncomfortable.
because
with
you're
yourself.
uncomfortable with yourself and you don't want to be alone with your thoughts.
We're saying the same thing.
Okay.
Are we both right?
I don't think I'm into new age.
I don't know why you're
bullshit
always on the
'cause I can't-
defense.
Because I can't deal with myself.
Oh, no.
I think you're wrong. But
Oh, okay, all right.
Continue.
That just got me one thing we have different opinion on. That's fine. That's fine. You know, that's how friends act. I want to see if this guy finds it relatable. Let's keep going.
Cranes. I don't know what he's doing, but he's got all these cranes. More cranes over here. Yeah. You know, when I deliver my furniture, I have the little crane, but of course, Jeff Bezos has got the monster crane up there that he's delivering that to right there to his penthouse. You see that right there?
Why's he got to, hang on, hit pause. Why's he got to dox Jeff Bezos?
Yeah, hey, maybe Jeff doesn't want everyone to know where he lives.
Stop doxing him.
I do the same, by the way. You know, when I'm going to deliver something, I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Wait,
5,
hit pause.
6.
Did you go back, Mike?
No. That was the video continuing.
It's just the repetitive nature of his dialogue?
Well, he's found an angle.
Right, and he likes that angle.
He's exploiting it ruthlessly.
Yeah. Does he feel like maybe it's the maybe he's going for like TSL? You know what I mean? Like he figures that maybe people, it's a 2-minute TikTok.
People tap out.
Yeah. What if people? You know, we're picking up new listeners all the time. What if a new listener pops in on this TikTok? I better make the joke again.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 people. Plus, I block the roads. I have police escorts everywhere. Everything you see, this is done right. Hoisting and rigging and so forth. So
let's do it again.
You know, this is just standard stuff for us.
Yes.
We all do this.
Yes.
All right. I don't know about you guys, but this is pretty once in a lifetime thing that I can see and show you. Now, back to reality, where when we move, we get a U-Haul, and we do it ourselves. Or at best, we get a company to do it. But we don't close the streets.
I love
we
it.
don't have...
Oh, that's so funny. That's
By the
so
way, this
funny.
guy's
He's
worth
like,
so much money to begin with.
this dude?
Yeah. He's got an office on the same block. Look at the way he's dressed.
100%.
He's like,
100%.
You're not me. Stop saying that you
Right.
got a U-Haul.
Yeah, Mr. High 6 figures executive guy.
Yeah.
He's
And
got sex with the maid energy.
He big sex with the main energy.
Epstein list energy.
You think so?
Look at how many buttons he's not using on
You know
that
what?
shirt.
Last concert he went to.
For Springsteen?
Yeah. Nailed it. I'm so glad I didn't have to lead you there. He's 100% a Springsteen guy.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that great? I wonder if anybody's ever like pulled Springsteen aside and go like, your audience went from working class to rich people who pretend to be working class, right? Like that's the people. The people who love Springsteen are the people who forgot what it was like to be a person.
Executives that haven't like held a hammer in 40 years.
Right. But then they see somebody who's a billionaire and they're like, well, I don't use a crane, so let me relate to my fellow working man.
You're not.
He caught himself too.
Yeah.
He goes, we get a U-Haul or hire a moving service. Well, and by the way, he also has he's got executive power at his job and carries that with him into the home, into the neighborhood. You know who he strikes me as?
Who?
There's been a lot of controversy in the Little League. In the Little League? Would you Little League or would you say the Little League?
The Little League.
Is that what you think?
I would think so.
The
God,
league
that's a
in
good
which
question.
Little League is played. Would it be because it feels kind of
In our little league?
in our Little League.
I was saying the Little League league.
Little League, I
Yeah.
think, because if I said in our little league, it feels a little like that's
yeah.
my little league over there. Oh, we have a little league that we play ball in.
There's some controversy in yours, though?
Yeah, because in
You're
little
winning too much?
bro, we're going to the finals.
Hell
we're going to the championship game
When's that?
Sunday.
I might stop by.
You should.
Yeah.
You should. We won the semifinals last night.
That's awesome.
Congratulations.
That was last night?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. this
Well,
guy.
not like night, like evening. It was
You don't get a minute off.
Bro,
No wonder you got to go walk around the mall and eat by yourself.
here's the thing, bro.
You had a long day yesterday.
You don't have to get ready when you stay ready.
That's a good
you know
point.
what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
When you're always on.
And we'll talk about yesterday in a little bit, but yeah, there's big controversy, especially as we're getting into the championship here, that the umpires are like 13-year-old kids.
What?
So like it's little league, like it's not travel.
Right.
It's a step below travel. It's little league for 8-year-olds. So they bring in like 13-year-old umpires. Like
That's weird.
It's
I mean, when I played, it was adults. Adults were umpires.
I don't know if.
But also, like anybody older looks like an adult.
That's true.
Yeah, for a town rec league, having like kids a couple years older umpire is pretty standard.
I think so.
They get like $30 a game.
That's right.
It's
That's
cheaper.
right.
Yeah,
that's right.
But I want some 13-year-old deciding my game.
Okay. Because how old are the coaches?
40?
Yeah, they're in their 40s. So what happens when guys like this, who have this like big boss energy, big dick, little dick energy is what it would be.
They all went to BDU?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What happens when they think that the umpire is doing the wrong thing?
Oh.
Multiple times, coaches have had to be instructed, you can't yell at the umpires, they're children.
You can't yell
the fuck are you doing? What, like, you can't...
They don't even have their permits yet.
Yeah, you can't intimidate the umpires, they're children.
Yeah, but it's a game.
If they're making bad calls.
Yeah, and if they're making bad calls, you're a kid, you're an adult, you're still making bad calls.
Yeah, that was like a hallmark of the child umpire back in like the 90s and early 2000s would be some guy who's like, upper middle management at some sort of nondescript office park off Route 17 is threatening a 12-year-old.
Right,
though.
Right,
It was fun.
He's taking out all the energy because he's middle management. So it's like he gets bullied by his boss at work. So all that energy, he comes home and he takes it out on the 13-year-old umpire.
But that's what turns the 13-year-old umpire into a man.
Well, I actually...
a bad call is a bad call. What, am I supposed to just let it slide because the kid's 13?
You go, well, first of all, if you yell at an adult umpire, he throws you out of the game.
Okay, I would love to see a kid try to throw me out of a game.
That's the problem.
I'd love to see that, too.
No, I see where this is going.
That's the problem. These kids have trouble throwing the adults out of games.
Of course they do.
Because they're
kids.
Big adults and they're children.
They don't have that power like instilled in them. They've never been in a position of power.
So then the other coaches have to come to the other coaches and be like, yo, you got to chill. Except these coaches are so weird competitive and losing that then they get it, it gets so tense. And I'm like, guys, they're 8.
Yeah, but you want to win the championship, right?
Oh, yeah, you want to win the championship.
Do you get a trophy?
Oh, yeah.
Do you get a trophy because you're the coach?
Oh, that's a good question. I better a big one.
Yeah. Like all the kids get their trophies. But
Well, if I don't get one, I'll take my son.
But like the team should get a championship trophy, and who's in charge of the team?
The coach.
Exactly. Goes home with you.
I believe I should, or maybe at least
you don't share it like Radioactive, man.
Right. You mean issue number 1?
Issue number 1, yeah. No,
at least
you get it.
Some kind of a plaque or something.
Yeah. Best coach ever.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like this guy has the energy of an adult that would yell at a child umpire.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you're gonna, and he would have that say, if you're gonna be an umpire, you got to be able to make these calls. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Like, jokes aside, it would probably take a lot for me to get upset at a child umpire.
Of course, but here's what you do: you'd be like,
"Oh, come on!
Like,
what
I
the
tell
fuck
you,
is this kid doing?"
The guy who's really like the head coach of my kids' team, because I'm there to I number one, I'm not a baseball expert, but number two, I'm also busy enough that there are games that I have to miss.
Right.
So I don't take on more responsibility that would let people down.
Of course.
So, but I like the guy who actually is the head coach, because when it's when the ball was clearly foul, for instance.
Clearly foul.
He'll just go okay, he'll roll his eyes and move on. As opposed to other parents would be like, what are we doing here? That was foul. What are we doing here? And it's like, what are you teaching your kid? What are you teaching your kid?
Teaching them that rules are rules. Foul's a foul.
Yeah, then why has he got a urine stain on the front of his baseball pants?
Who, the coach or the kid?
Both. I mean, it's tough.
Man.
It's tough. They take it so serious, they get so stressed out about it. And then I wonder if maybe it's the only thing they've got in their lives a little bit.
So the championship game is this Sunday. Father's Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a great gift for your son to give you.
For me.
Bring it home.
Yeah.
And make sure he knows that.
Yeah. Hey.
You're like, hey, just so you know, it's Father's Day.
Just Father's Day.
Don't let me down.
And I would hate to be disappointed on my day.
By you.
By you.
Erica on Long Island.
Oh, boy.
Hi. No, his voice is back to normal, so we're good.
Oh, man.
Lost her.
Oh,
No,
man.
I'm joking.
Nice.
No, my son actually is a Little League. He's umpiring. He's 16. And some of the parents, he does 7, 8-year-olds and 9, 10-year-olds. And some of the parents can be a little brutal. I mean, you're 7, 8. I mean, the chances of them getting it over the plate is nil at most. But both my boys actually play baseball, and I've seen other parents at other games, even tournaments and Little Leagues, go after these umpires like I've never seen. It's insane.
And it's all, you know what it is too? It's not rules are rules. It's parents whose dreams didn't come true.
Yep.
It's parents
Pretty much.
Can't let go.
they wanted something else, and now all those feelings are back, and they're not there for the benefit of their kid. They're living vicariously through their kid, which is damaging to their kid, and now they're yelling at a child.
Because they didn't make it.
It's not even children. They even do it for even the adult umpires. I've been at games to where parents have literally followed umpires out of the game, yelling and cursing. Like it's pretty bad. I mean, granted, championships are on the line and they're older, but still, I mean, sometimes the umpires do get it wrong. And it is frustrating. I've been on that side. You know, I've been that parent's like, come on, really? But at the same time, I have now one kid who's umpiring, and I see the other side of it. And I see both sides. So, but
Listen,
it's brutal sometimes.
I will tell you, from the 7, 8-year-old perspective, we're not exactly at scholarship phase yet. You know what I mean? It's not that important.
It's not travel teams.
Right.
Even travel teams, if you're a 7, 8-year-old or 9, 10-year-old in travel, you're still not an MLB. Relax. 12-year-old.
Relax.
Yeah.
Thank you, Erica.
You mean there's no little
Thank
A-Rods
you.
on your team?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yeah, but that is like when you're a kid in Little League, that's the mark of we got 2 kids on travel on our team.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's massive.
Yeah.
That's massive.
Sure.
James on Long Island.
Hey guys, how you doing? I have to agree with Mike. I'm a little you guys. I was 12 and 13-year-old umpire in 80 and 81.
Man, maybe I just don't remember it.
These guys are brutal, man. They were, I missed the call the time. I was by myself, and there was a home plate call, and something happened, and they went nuts on me. Nuts. I got kicked out. I got kicked out of the association for
strike.
Can
you sit there and people go, "It's what makes stronger kids." No, it doesn't. Can you sit
Getting
there
berated by angry sports dads?
Yeah. Do you sit there and go well, thank God it made me tougher, it made me the person that I am, or did it just give you a complex?
No, I agree with Mike. It made me a tougher guy.
Sure it did.
My father used to beat the shit out of me too, so that worked too.
Yeah, good. I'm glad that all turned out well for you. Yeah. Congrats on
it worked out well for me.
Congrats on the success, James.
Thank you.
Yeah, the angry sports father is a hallmark of the American social diaspora.
Oh no, I know, but it's also
Don't give up on me, sir.
Yeah, but also people want to know how millennials got to the point where they weren't being raised, right? That's the thing. Millennials,
right.
They're entitled. You know why they're entitled? Because parents babied them. You know why parents babied them? Because they got so horribly abused coming up. They said, I don't want to do this to a child. And then they ended up with millennials. That's what happens. As important as the diaspora is. Joe in New Jersey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Morning. Hey, so I have 2 thoughts on Travis attending a Little League game if he's going this weekend. One, I'm almost 100% sure a 12-year-old umpire can kick that string being out of a fucking game.
It depends on the 12-year-old.
Wouldn't it be awesome if Travis got on the field and started kicking dirt on the middle school umpire, and the middle school umpire just kicked the shit out of him?
Do you even have a kid in this game?
Yeah,
not just a fan.
No, I just love the game. I love the
sport.
Yeah.
Second part of this too is you don't want Travis at that game because he's going to stand march the shit out of that game because he's going to be hammered from the night before.
No, you're right. Listen, I'm not too worried about it because I have it on good authority that Travis wouldn't be allowed within like 100 feet of the game anyway. So, told you. We should be fine.
All right, guys. Thanks. Clocking out.
Thank you. Chris the teacher. What's up, Chris?
Hey, morning, guys.
Morning, bud.
So, as somebody that's been thrown out of many Little League baseball games, I'm taking a little bit of offense to what you're saying.
No, I don't mean to offend anybody, Chris. But have you taken it? Have you embarrassed your family and taken it too seriously at points?
I'm just protecting my kid 3 times.
3 times you've been kicked out of a Little League. And how old is your kid?
13.
What?
It's not because of his kid. You know what it is?
What?
He had money on the game.
Were you betting on Little League?
Well, I am also a coach, and I did set up like a pool and a little
Pete
betting
Rose of Little
system and
League.
like a final prize for the winner based on a side pot that we have.
Oh my God!
Everybody really liked it.
I'm sure they did. It's a fun game. It's a fun game with prizes. It's a fun game with prizes if you guess right.
So basically, my play isn't like screaming at the umpire, but it's just a plethora of microaggressions at the umpire. So I'll sit behind home plate. Well, I'll sit behind home plate, and every bad call, I go, oof, or I give eesh, or oh, you missed that one. And eventually, by the 6th, 7th inning, they're just ready to run me. And especially when it's my kid.
Oh yeah,
because you only get so many at bats. And if he ain't getting the strike zone called on him, he's getting strikes stolen from him, then, that's not fair to him.
Right.
These outside strikes, they love these outside strikes. You can't hit it with a tree trunk.
And in the long term, what difference will that make, you know?
Oh, less at bats, less success, less college, less money.
Sure. Money. Sure, your kid's going to college. He's 13. He's going to college for baseball.
He already has 2 offers.
There you go.
Hey.
Hey, some kids are
fantastic.
born with it.
Fantastic. Here's the thing, Chris. Here, of course, number 1, I know you're kidding, and number 2,
all right.
if your kid even sniffed being a professional baseball player, you would ruin it for him anyway with your degenerate gambling.
I would somehow find a way into the clubhouse and be like, "Hey, who's feeling good tonight? Huh? You feeling good? What are we thinking? You like these other guys? These other guys look good. What are you thinking?
Hey, why you got tape on your knee? You playing
tonight? You look hurt. Sitting tonight? Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Chris.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Soon?
Yeah.
Can we have a Ronnie Pickering update?
We do need a Ronnie Pickering update. Do you know who I am? Who the fuck is Ronnie Pickering? Oh, thank you, Chris.
See you, bud.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. Like, they take it so seriously. And then being, like, on the Little League, like, group chat, and you're hearing about, like, either things that went wrong at games that you weren't at, or...
That's the last thing I want to know about.
No. You're
into it?
I mean, I'm not, involved. Like, I'm not texting.
You're just reading.
Lurking.
Okay.
Hard. like reading every detail. And then going and be like, oh, that's the coach. I know who that is. I know what you do.
It's their own little gossip.
It's the best. I love local gossip. You're a bad guy.
I heard about you.
Yep. Eric in Colorado.
Morning, Samuel.
Morning, bud.
So, funny story on the team umpires. One of my nephews used to be an umpire for Little League when he was like 16. His father was a cop in the same town where they lived. One afternoon, he made a call that pissed off a couple of parents. And this one father came over, got in his face, started threatening him, told he was going to kick his ass, and just was a real shit him.
Yeah.
Well, he said something to his dad, happened to be there, out of uniform, followed the guy to his car, got his license plate number, and for the next month, the police department made this guy's life a living fucking hell. Literally, he got pulled over for 1 mile over the speed limit. He pulled up to a stop sign, and he didn't have his foot on the brake long enough, so they pulled him over for a California stop. It took the guy like a month and a half to figure out what the fuck the reason was and why he was being targeted. And my nephew's father, well, it's my brother-in-law. He never even made a single traffic stop. All he did was copy down the license number, put it up on the bulletin board in the station, and the rest of all his fellow officers took it from there.
That's, amazing. It's beautiful. I love that. And the fact that, like, why am I getting stopped so much? Why is this happening? So, and like, I'm sure that your dad or whoever the cop was,
my brother-in-law.
Your brother-in-law, I'm sure, just sat there with plausible deniability going, well, were you going over the speed limit? Well, then I think that's why you're getting the ticket, no? Like, wouldn't that be it?
Well, like I said, my brother-in-law never pulled the guy over. All he did was wrote the license plate down, put it up on the wall in their changing room, and word just got around.
I love it.
Just miraculously, this guy kept getting pulled over.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Thank you, Eric. That's awesome. Steve in Florida. What's up, Steve?
Hey, good morning, guys. I used to umpire from when I was 16 to 18 on Long Island Little League.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bunch of seasons. And, they give you a rule book, which kind of essentially says, hey, you can throw people out for, X amount of things. I only threw one person out in 3 seasons, and it was two parents, a mother and a father, who were just being real dicks.
That's awesome. But you did throw them out.
Yeah, they were in the stands, and I blew a call. It happens, and then you make up for it within the next, couple or whatever. But I grabbed the coach and I said, "Hey, I know whose parents those are. I don't want to embarrass the kid, but you got to get him the fuck out of here because I'm going to throw the game and I'm going to forfeit it if you don't make those people move." They were cursing. They were being real. This is in the '80s, man. People didn't do a lot of that shit back then, but they were being really obnoxious.
Did it make you feel good to have that kind of power?
No, it didn't. I didn't. That's the only people I ever threw out in 3 seasons. Not one coach, not one kid. You try to run the games good. I like the game,
Yeah.
And you try to run the games good for the kids. And these people were just being such assholes that it was like, you're the first ones and you're the last ones, luckily. But yeah, they had to go.
Totally. Thank you, Steve. I mean, I'd be drunk with power if I found out what my first time I threw out a set of parents. There'd be parents going every single game. Every single game. You make a peep.
You'd be like Liam Neeson in Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
When he's just calling strikes.
Oh, yeah. 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 I mean, I'd be blowing calls on purpose just to get parents upset just so I could throw them out.
Who wants some?
Who wants some? Strike 3. He didn't even swing. Strike 3. Does anybody have a problem? Anybody would like to go home? Who's tired of watching the game? Because I'll send whoever wants to go home. Just tell me.
I got all day.
Yeah. This is all I do. You made the biggest mistake you made was stepping up to me on a day that I got time. JC in Philly?
Hey, Sam, you guys are killing it. Tough one to follow. So, Atlanta, Georgia, mid-'80s. I'm a soccer referee in a men's league. And let's say that the teams had national identities. So it was the Colombians against the Polish, I think.
Oh.
And I flagged one of the Colombians offsides. He was. And he lost his mind and came running up to me. His entire team swarmed the main ref. The Colombians start yelling at the Polish guy. It got so bad they called the game, and the ref said, "We need to go." I'm 13 years old. We need to go. And he said when we got to the parking lot that the guy was a taxi driver and he'd gone back to his car to get a gun. That part's probably not true, but it was very, very scary for a 13-year-old kid.
Yeah, bro. I mean, people take this stuff seriously, probably a lot too seriously. But I mean, it's nuts, man. And you see it, and you watch these and you can always tell who it is. Like it starts with, come on," and you're like, "Oh boy, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem." Especially when I know, bro, my team's going to mop the floor with your team, okay? You're angry now? I don't know. You better pop a Xanax or something, because this is going to be a rough one for you. It's going to be a rocky flight. Jason in Florida?
Hey, guys. Hey, I was going to say, I'm a part-time umpire, full-time teacher, and during the summer I do a lot of little league, reffing.
umpiring.
Sure.
And I'll tell you, the worst people are like the fattest dudes. You can't see their chairs. You'll have these like super fat guys that cannot squat, do nothing, and all they do is you can hear them breathing on the other side of the fence, and they're right by home plate, and they're just like, nope, nope, that's wrong. And you're like, shut the fuck up. And then it's always that, and it's always the moms. The fucking women are the worst. They've never thrown a baseball in their lives. They don't know what wood is made out of. They don't know anything about the game. All they know is that their little pumpkin is not doing so well, and they are fucking furious. It's the most annoying shit.
Your theory
Now,
is that women
also,
don't know
too-
where wood comes from?
Yeah, it's insane, right?
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
I'll tell you what, too. If you guys are feeling some pissed off at umpires, a lot of these places, what they do is they just have, like, some guy who, like, just kind of picks up a bunch of people, pays them, like, $20, $40 a game, and half those dudes have, like, never umpired, maybe never played baseball, never nothing. So sometimes it's like, yeah, the umpires, like, get into it with each other, and then you kind of have to have each other's back to, like, show a unified front. So I've seen some, like, atrocious calls where I'm like, nah, it's his call, man. I don't know what to tell you. And that, of course, that pisses off people, too. But it's just gig work, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, people take it. I mean, thank you, buddy. I mean, it's gig work because it doesn't actually matter. These are rec leagues, but people take it very seriously.
Still matters.
To what extent?
You want to win?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you want to win on Sunday?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll fuck up a little kid umpire.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, it's Father's Day.
Oh, yeah. Well, his father won't be celebrating because he won't have a kid anymore.
Pick up his young son who's got his first job.
You got to pick up his young son from the hospital if he blows a call.
Bloody nose.
No, that dude, the ball guy over there, he punched me in the face.
Isn't he on the pre-show?
Yeah, don't I know him? Jonathan in Connecticut.
Hey, what's up, guys? All the guys that I know that are yelling at umps are also complaining about rampant bullying in the U.S. In the next breath.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Bullying is wrong, but you know what's the only thing worse than bullying is when an umpire, a child umpire, blows a call.
Yeah, and they're always complaining too. They're always saying, "Well, we fought fair back in the day." These kids now, it's like they're always changing the narrative as somehow the violence back then was a lot safer than the violence today.
Yeah,
I'm like, how many? It doesn't make any sense. Like, how many fights have you gotten into? I've talked to these people. Like, oh, probably every other week. And then one kid gets beat up on the news, and he's like, "That's it. We got to do something."
Right. We have a national crisis. Thank you, Jonathan.
One more thing, Sam.
Yeah, please.
I know it's a side note about Survivor 50, but just one thing. There's a WWE-related contestant on there you might not be aware of.
I know.
Lex Luger's handler is also that big dude that's on Hall of Fame with him on stage, that's always with him, is going to be on Survivor 50 as well.
Oh, like his legit, like the person who like helps him out now.
Who's always with him. Anytime you see him on TV with this big dude, that's Jonathan. He's going to be on Survivor 50 as well.
Well, what the hell?
You never know. You might get Lex Luthor and White Lotus, you know?
Yeah, what the hell is Lex going to do?
I don't know.
While Jonathan Young?
Yeah.
This guy's got a body on him. He
He
looks like
Survivor. He's like the most physically dominant Survivor player ever.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I mean, are you a big Survivor guy?
Huge WWE and Survivor fan. So seeing the both, because I remember watching the A&E doc with Lex Luger.
Yeah.
The one you were on probably, and all of a sudden he's training at the gym. I'm like, holy shit, that's Jonathan from Survivor. What is he doing there?
I love the Jonathan from Survivor and Lex Luger come together. I can't wait. Thank you, Jonathan.
Right to the island.
Oh yeah, he will. Yeah, he will. That thing can float. That's like the Fortnite bus. You put some balloons on top of it. Can you imagine if they did a Lex Express Fortnite?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
I'm waiting for WWE to do a
Fortnite collab.
Like,
I'm sure they will.
Just license that shit.
Did they at one point?
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like
I don't keep up on everything.
I feel like they did during the pandemic.
Oh yeah, like I know they've done like John Cena and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd like to buy Stone Cold.
It's weird. Dan on Long Island.
I mean,
good morning, boys.
Hey, man.
While we're going over children being chastised for being wrong, I'd love to chastise Travis for being wrong. Liam Neeson was not the umpire in The Naked Gun.
Oh yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
He did not. Yeah, this is a good one. I just want to point out that you're wrong again.
Okay,
and
that's nice.
Stop drinking, Travis. Stop drinking.
Are you drunk?
Have a good one, boys.
Yeah, I'm drunk.
Later.
Okay, he's tipsy. He's a little tipsy. So what? You know, a hangover from yesterday. I saw he was drinking beers over the weekend too. He was throwing them back.
Was I?
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
Blackout drunk.
When?
You had cups of beer on Instagram.
Did I?
Yeah.
You have a beer at Gotham?
Oh, right. When we went to Gotham Burger Social Club. Damn, that was good.
He forgot. He
Yeah,
blacked
because I
out.
was so into the burger.
Wow.
Troy.
It's a great burger.
And yeah, it was a long day. Had a cold one.
He had to treat himself.
Maybe a couple.
No, just one.
Yeah,
Those are
right.
expensive.
Yeah, that's the cure for alcoholism is the cost of alcohol.
Is the cost of one beer
Yeah.
at any New York City restaurant. Ooh, that was a good meal.
Jason in New York.
Yeah, hey buddies. Hey, I coach football for 7th, 8th, and 9th graders, and it's like an instructional league. Like the rules are modified and everything. And I put the second team in, and one of the parents, who was obviously a big football star in his day,
You talking about Poke High?
oh yeah. He started chirping from the stands, yelling at his son why he wasn't in the game. So, you know, I played Division I. My father was a college coach. I don't take any shit. I stopped the game, made everybody stop and look at this guy, and I walked over to him in a very millennial way, just calmly explained that we were playing the second team, and that if he couldn't appreciate that, he could watch from the parking lot, and then resume the game and let him sit in his despair.
There is nothing like a millennial talking down to a boomer. Sir, if you have a problem with this, you can feel free to watch from across the way. Thank you, Jason. John in Connecticut. What's up, John?
Hey, guys, what's going on? When I was in my early 20s, I used to umpire Little League games for a coworker of mine. Had a son who was like 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not allowed to, they have to slide when they go on the home plate. And I called one of the kids out because he, charged the catcher. And I'm like, you have to slide, you're out. You know, it's the rules. And it was the third out of the inning, and the coach from the team came over and got in my face. And then I wasn't, rude or anything to him. And then he's like, you know what, motherfucker, I'm going to stab your eye out with my pen. And then some of the other coaches came out and, got him away from me.
Whoa, chill, dude.
But it was
Chill,
crazy.
chill, dude.
Yeah,
Chill.
Didn't see it coming. He was a real hothead.
It sounds like it. Oh, thank you, John. You can just tell, it literally, and this sounds like I'm working into a live read, which I am not, but there is nothing that will point out the fact that somebody needs counseling. Like, you need to see a therapist if you have that much anger that is just ready to go. You know what I mean? Like, that is not anger.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. That is anger that is bubbling below the surface throughout your entire life. And this idea that, rules are rules. No, there's nothing normal about what you're doing. You just threatened to stab a kid in the eye with a pen. Why? Strike zone disagreement? Although my kid did get called out for sliding into first.
Okay.
Because
Why,
they said
not allowed?
that's what they said. I didn't know that. But then I start watching other kids slide into first.
Yeah.
There's a little part of me that wants to go up to the ump and go, I'm going to stab you in the eye. But I don't.
Hey, my kid got called out for doing that.
My kid is also taken to showboating.
Good for him.
He loves to put on a show for the people. Yesterday he got an out at second. He was playing second base. He got an out at second. But he jumped up in the air to touch the plate. As the kid was running, he caught the ball.
Touch the bag, you mean?
Yeah. He jumped up, boom, and landed as the kid was there.
Let him know.
A week ago, he got home. He ran home.
Mm-hmm.
He touched home plate, and then without any prompting, touched home plate, dropped and did 5 push-ups. So the world could see. I've had to tell him, you can't gritty on your way to home plate.
Why?
After you touch the plate, then you can gritty.
Oh, wait, he did it before?
Before he touched it.
Okay. So the ball's way out, and he's like, I see where it is. I'm going to do a couple push-ups.
No. The push-ups came after he touched home plate. He was doing the gritty on his way. That was another time that he was scoring.
Now, is this a dad pitch league?
Yes.
Well, he's got to be careful because when the kids start pitching, it's going to get you on up and inside.
Yeah. This is either dad pitch or machine. When the dads, don't want to throw out their arms. So, yeah. But I like that he showboats.
I love that.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. Before we go to break, I know. But we're talking about sports right now. I don't want to have to go back to it.
Go ahead.
I love the, I'm a sports entertainment guy, obviously.
Yeah.
I love
more to the entertainment, but
yeah. I love the pomp and circumstance.
Right.
I love the show that gets put on.
Yeah.
And I think that they have just been knocking it out of the park with the NBA Finals.
I agree.
I feel like, you turn on the NBA Finals and you're like, there is no doubt about what I'm watching. I mean, this is
You're talking about like the actual play, the actual sport?
No.
Oh, what are you into?
The decoration.
Oh, you're into the graphics?
The court.
Mhm.
A lot of times like they'll put, decals on the court to tell you you're watching the finals. The same way, in the NFL, they might
paint the end zone.
The end zone or the around the field, you'll see Super Bowl logos everywhere. And I always know now that I'm watching the NBA Finals because of the low-res trophies that show up halfway through the game.
Oh, you could thank Adam Silver for that.
Oh, yeah. Low-res trophies that show up after people are already complaining.
He heard the complaints.
Yeah. The game does. I mean, it's so funny, dude. If you go back and look. So, look at those trophies. They're the worst. It's like somebody Google imaged them and just put them on, like, they're not actually on the court.
No.
They're computer generated. They're the lowest of the low res. It's like he found them, whoever is doing this, it's like they found them on Google Image while the game was on.
They did a horrible job.
Except they saved the image, the preview image from Google Image. So when you blow it up, it's all pixelated.
They didn't have great service. They saved it before it fully loaded.
That's right. And said, okay, just get it on the court. And also, if you pan away from it too fast, it disappears.
I mean, it's so crazy because when you do this right, it really looks good.
Sure.
Like hockey.
Yeah.
When they just digitally place ads on the ice, I don't know what they're doing, but it looks great. It almost looks like you would swear that it's really on the ice.
Yeah.
It's not because it changes every period. And same thing with baseball sometimes. Like they'll put ads on the pitcher's mound, and some of them will look really good, and then some of them you're like, that's obviously just digitally placed there. These?
I mean, it feels and looks
insane.
Like the game was already on, and they were realizing people are complaining because it just looks like Oklahoma City is just playing a home game. Like it doesn't look like the finals.
Well,
at
yeah,
all.
because people were complaining how nice things looked in the 90s and even the early 2000s, where the middle of the court would have a giant trophy.
Right.
It would be done up because it's the NBA Finals.
And can we not just understand the late 90s and early 2000s is literally the best time in civilization.
Everybody pines for the greats.
And it is what it is. 97 to 01, maybe 97 until 02, end of 01.
94 to 02. 94 to September
10th. 2001.
2001.
Yeah. Yeah. 94?
Yeah.
I feel like
94 was great.
And no. 94
OJ.
Listen.
I just stopped there.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing. That
94
was
is one of the greatest years ever.
You could have been a lawyer with that tongue. That's what I always say about Travis. They go, what do you think about Travis? I go, he could have been a lawyer with that tongue of his. You knew exactly. The minute you mentioned OJ, I was like, yeah, I can't argue that.
Yeah, no.
No, you're right. Up until September 10th, 2001,
yeah.
It was the best. And it progressively got better, and then came to an immediate end. But, yeah, now we've got mid-game, they Google image trophies.
All right, they want trophies, give them fucking trophies.
And they just put them on with iMovie real quick. Can we do live TV with iMovie? It's never been done before, but I think we're going to revolutionize it right now. Is this HD or no? Because it'll look good in standard definition.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. As long as you got an old 4x3 tube TV, you won't be able to tell the difference.
Wolf Blitzer's going to think it looks great.
Yeah, exactly. Wolf's like, I don't understand what all the hoopla was about.
No, they look terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's and if you're playing in this game, Aren't you annoyed that like this massive distraction is now here where everybody's just watching the game laughing?
Yeah.
You work all your life to get here, and people are laughing at the bad graphics on the court. It's the best. Eric in Pittsburgh?
Sam, it's actually your friend Eric in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it's my pal. You know my friend?
Oh, your friend.
Right, yeah. Hey, so I was just listening to this. I had a meeting before, but I still keep you guys all on the side. But we had a soccer tournament, big soccer tournament this week, cup soccer. So my niece is playing in the game. They score a goal, but they said it went through the side of the net, which, I mean, you're familiar with soccer a little bit, correct? How the hell is a soccer ball going to go through the side of the net?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough.
The whole opening are not big enough, right? So the section of fans go ballistic. But I thought you'd love this because the guy that's reffing on the pitch yells, "You want to come fucking ref? Then you come ref." And I'm like, you know what? I kind of get his anger here. Because he's probably getting paid, I don't know, $100 to stand there for 9 hours to watch kids run around and kick soccer balls?
Maybe.
So
Listen, I appreciate it. I get it. Maybe it'll hit me later, but like the idea of getting that upset, instead of just like marveling at the fact that your kid is decent at athletics, like the idea of getting upset as if you're watching a professional game is so weird to me.
Just enjoy watching your kid.
That's it.
Is he having fun? That's all that matters.
Because he's not going to have fun if you're yelling, win or lose.
I mean, we see track parents, and these kids are like throwing up and crying and like because they've just like given it their all in this race, and these parents are like yelling at their kids. It's like, this can't be fun for the kid.
Yeah,
this kid must hate their life.
I'll see on the team.
You see it in every sport.
And you'll go like, oh man, like that's not instead of just going like, you know. When I watch my kid trying hard, regardless of result, I'm like, that's amazing. Like, great job. When I'm like watching other parents like pinpoint, like, I told you, you got to fucking choke up on that bat. I'm like, whoa, man.
Like when you watch him like really nail that gritty before he touches home plate, you're like, that's my boy.
Plus, I start looking around at the other coaches, and the ones on our team are all like, yeah, he's the man for doing that. Like, they think it's great. Because it's like I go like I don't know, he's got a showboat, and they're like, listen, his performance backs it up. He should be showboating.
Phil Mushnick would hate that.
Oh, Phil Mushnick would absolutely hate it. You know why? Because Phil Mushnick hates a good time.
Yes, he does.
Phil Mushnick sucks. Phil Mushnick. What happened to Little League sports?
I was at a game in Westchester this weekend.
Yeah, I saw somebody doing the gritty before he touched the plate. All right. Let's take a break. I got to go gritty in the other room. Yeah, that's what I call shitting. But we got a lot to talk about, so stay right there. We'll be back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We're back with Sam Roberts Show.
That heard about it on the show and everything, and that we're there to as well see yours truly. So that was nice, and it went great. Bryce Dallas Howard and Orlando Bloom were awesome. We're going to air the town hall Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So, I technically right after the live portion of Thursday's show, you'll hear a brand new town hall with Bryce Dallas Howard and Orlando Bloom that we taped yesterday afternoon. All about their movie Deep Cover. And I didn't forget the name of the movie. I didn't forget either of their names.
No, you did a great job. You remembered all the things.
I remember all the things.
And you're given 4 hours of new content on Thursday.
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy.
Not for you, but for the listener.
It's amazing for me, too, because I like my stuff.
You listen.
So I'll go home and listen. I'm like, oh, this is all new stuff. This is great.
Man, great question.
Yeah. That's why I do so many emergency pods. I need something to listen to.
Like, well, what am I going to listen to when I'm going to work?
Yeah, I got nothing to listen to on the train. I'll cut something tonight, wake up, listen to it in the morning. Yeah, so that'll be on. And then if you're not if you're at work or whatever, we're going to replay it Friday at 8 a.m. First thing Friday morning. You'll be able to hear the town hall with Bryce Dallas Howard and Orlando Bloom. I think I charmed both of them. Which would you say was more charmed by me? It's hard to say. It was hard to, in the room, it was hard to tell.
Yeah. I don't like being put on the spot here because that's a real good question.
Yeah, it's a pickle.
Yeah, you were risen both of them really well.
Yeah, big time.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
And they were both, at different times, really taken by you.
Thank you. I thought so too, but I'm glad to hear you say it.
Like, I could see the look in both of their eyes, and both of them, I do believe, are in long-term relationships.
But not in that fishbowl.
You know what? You know what they say. What happens in the fishbowl stays in the fishbowl.
Right, and we're opening up the doors to the fishbowl for the first time. It's the first time there's ever been something in the fishbowl that we're putting on the air.
Yes.
Because usually it's a very private space. But I said, no, we got to let the people hear it so they could judge for themselves who's getting rizzed up more.
Hard to say. Let the listeners figure it out.
Yeah, well, you guys can decide Thursday at 11 a.m. or Friday at 8 a.m. or, you know, on the SiriusXM app on demand.
Just three charming people talking to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they were very charming.
Of course.
They were very charming, you know?
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And,
First of many, I hope.
I hope so, too. And we'll have, I mean, are we going to get the video of it?
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. So we'll have video of it, too. I mean, you know.
More for us, less for the mashup.
And that's kind of the philosophy of the show, as far as the company goes. That's what I went to bat with. That's what they said. What are you looking for here? Why are you still fighting? I said, well, this is my real negotiating principle here. They said, why does it have to be less for somebody else? Why can't it just be more for you? I said, because it makes me feel better.
Yeah,
it makes me feel good to know somebody else has less. That's my thing. But I'll tell you who's doing well. Check your calendar. What day of the week is it? Yesterday was Monday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Well, I guess that makes today Toots Day.
It's Toots Day.
He's silly and he's furry. His name is Mr. Toots. He's always happy and purry. That rascal, Mr. Toots.
Yes, every Tuesday that I remember, we do a Toots Day on a Tuesday. Mr. Toots, you know that rascal, Mr. Toots? Yeah. He's Troy's cat, you know, and he's kind of a rascal, and we just think he's just the best. You know what I mean? Everybody that has come in contact with him is infatuated by him. My agent to the stars, Tony Burton, loves Mr. Toots. I mean, I don't even think he knew Troy's name, but he was like, who's the guy with Mr. Toots?
He was pushing for merch, too.
Yeah, he wanted Toots merch. I think he wants to represent Toots.
He refers to Troy as Toots' owner.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
he doesn't
right.
know your name.
That's right. And he's never done any sort of pet agenting before.
He's not looking to get into it?
No, he wasn't until he met Mr. Toots.
Okay.
That's the raw power. That's the sort of charisma that Mr. Toots carries.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
You're around it all the time.
All the time.
So we did not, unfortunately, and I don't want to say it's because I just forgot, but we did not get an update on, we didn't do Toots Day last week.
That's right.
Right? We had other things to do. It was a busy time. But Mr. Toots did recently get to spend a week in Orlando. Is that right?
He did.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
He got a lot of people were asking, because I did post a picture, he got his bath.
In Orlando, he got his bath. Oh, yeah, that's right. What did you have to wash his...
Well, he needed a fresh wash.
Sure.
His coat needed to get washed. And then he needed his...
And he likes that, the wash.
Hates it.
Hates the wash, okay.
Acts like he's being tortured.
Okay.
But he needed his butt shaved.
Sure.
Because he gets dingles.
And you can't have that.
No. Because he'll be walking around the house with a little piece of poo hanging from his fur.
Sure, and it's like that really does take away from this sort of the natural sort of charisma.
Right.
It's like, look at our regal cat. He's got a crown. He's got a little cape, and you're like, is that a dingle?
That's learned behavior, I feel.
He's doing it on purpose?
I feel like, like father, like son.
Yeah.
I get that.
I think that's true. He wants to leave his own bacon strips.
Yeah, Dad does it.
Yeah.
Why can't I do it?
Right. So who shaves his anal?
Clarice, my fiance.
She does.
Yeah.
And does she use a straight razor?
Would be funny.
Like at the old school barbershop?
Like a piece of leather.
Yeah. Because Mr. Toots likes a nice close shave.
Yeah. He likes to be shaven like a banker.
Right. Got to splash on a little of the alcohol after.
Like when they were cutting vegetables in Goodfellas.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. And he cuts this hair so thin.
So he shaved his butt.
Not a straight razor.
No. He has his special clippers.
Oh, he does. It's his own clippers.
Well, there's animal clippers that like don't pull the fur.
Right, and protect the anal.
Protect the anal, and then we shave
At all costs is what they say.
That's right.
Right.
And then we had to shave his penis region too. And a lot of people were wondering what if he got his penis shaved as well.
And
he did. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. So there have been people, because this is more, I kind of, I can't really get involved with all that stuff, but you take on a lot of the listener feedback. That's one of your responsibilities.
I mean, when I posted the picture of him, I was like, Toots just got a fresh bath.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my DMs were lit, making people wondering if he had his penis and his butt shaved.
Right, and yes is the answer.
The answer is yes.
Okay, good. Because why the penis shaving?
Well, sometimes he'll pee in his litter box, and then he'll come jump on the bed and like walk over my leg.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's pee in his furs.
Gotcha. Because he's not like drying off, because the penis hairs get wet with the pee.
And he's a furry cat.
Well, of course, most people would see that as a benefit because he's good for cuddles.
That's right.
But also, unfortunately, in all regions.
That's right.
I see.
And then, we call him a rascal because he does rascally things.
No.
So he,
So there's no lies in that production.
No. I thought it rhymed.
No.
Oh, that's a true story.
That's the hand of God truth.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't believe that.
He is
actually.
a rascal.
Oh.
So he's fine here in New York.
Sure.
I mean, he loves it in Orlando. Loves the heat.
Yes.
He sits out on the back porch all day.
Oh, yeah.
Cooks in the 90-degree heat.
Loves that.
Loves it.
Okay.
For some reason, he just loves shitting on the floor in Florida.
You're kidding me.
Well, it's vacation.
But we're like,
I thought you said
figure out what.
I thought you said he shits on the floor in New York, no?
He shit on the floor. He shit in the tub one time.
What?
In New York.
Like he hopped in the tub and shit?
He jumped in the tub and dropped a deuce.
That's a weird thing to do because that feels intentional.
That's a bad cat.
But he's not bad.
That cat's acting out.
We just can't figure out why. And he's in Florida. I mean, you don't understand the life he has in Florida.
Tell me about it.
We got him a new tree for outside.
What kind of tree? Like a climbing tree?
Like a climbing tree.
Right.
Yeah.
And he can do his nails and stuff on it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he loves that.
He loves the back porch.
Oh,
I mean, he's treated like royalty.
Mm-hmm.
And just for some reason, we call him Mr. Shit on the floor.
No.
We're like, it's Mr.
happening
Shit
it's happening that often.
And she shit twice.
And what do you
coming
call
from Mr. Shit in the bed?
That's right.
That's right.
And what do you call him? What do you say?
We're like, it's Mr. Shit on the floor.
Oh, wow. Does he look like bashful when you say that, or he doesn't care?
He doesn't give a shit.
Wow. Yeah, well, he leaves it behind.
I know.
On the
We
floor.
can't figure it out.
Do you think he's doing it to test his boundaries?
We think maybe
like these fucking guys, they let me do anything I want. Watch me shit on the floor.
We think that maybe he doesn't think it's a bad thing.
Well, yeah.
Like he's doing us a favor.
Look, I've left you one of my grand shits.
I appreciate you being so kind to me here in the Sunshine State.
Right. And where I may shit wherever I
Yeah,
please.
like I want you to know my appreciation. I'm going to shit on the floor.
Right. Like, you know where I shit wherever I may roam.
That's right.
Right.
Is it the same place all the time, or is it just like wherever?
It's the same area. It's near the litter box, and we had to put aluminum foil all over our bathroom.
Oh, they don't like aluminum foil, right?
So he'll find where the aluminum foil is, and then he would shit there.
I've seen those like compilation videos of cats like losing their minds when they see aluminum foil.
He doesn't like aluminum foil?
The cats don't like it. It's hilarious.
And he won't shit on the aluminum foil. He'll go right next to where the aluminum foil is and shit there.
Because he wants you to know. I know the game you're playing. I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play it better than you.
I can't figure out why.
Wow. Wait, do you think it's because he's a rascal?
That's the only conclusion we can come to.
Because it feels intentional.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if he understands that what he's doing is wrong.
Well, do you scold him?
No.
You can't.
You can't because they tell you when the cat walks away from his shit, he doesn't know what he did.
Right. Well, then how would he possibly know that what he's doing is wrong?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Grab the cat and like?
Well, no, but I'm just saying.
Last time I said,
and I don't have.
And last time we talked about this, I was like, "Oh, like a dog, you rub your nose in the shit," and you were like, "Do not do that."
We told you not to do that to a dog.
Yeah, so why would I do that to a cat?
No, it's a good because the noses on cats are like flat to their face. It's even worse.
Yeah, they're very sensitive.
Oh, especially Mr. Toots. He's used to a certain kind of treatment.
So we don't know what to do.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for you, but
you don't catch him in the action.
No, but I'm thinking about setting up a Ring camera so my alarm goes off.
And then what?
And then
we catch him, and I'm like, take him and put him in the box.
But what if you're not? Oh, so. But if you need a Ring cam, wouldn't you be out of the house? or just that way.
Well, you
if
can
you're-
have it. You have an alert set on your phone that when he walks in there, it's still
Oh, and if you're
off.
just like hanging on the porch
and it's like
he's
oh,
in the house,
it's like the Toots shit cam goes off. There's
Right.
somebody in the Toots cam.
that rascal is in there again.
And you could just run in and be like,
Sure.
and you catch him in his squatting act and pick him up.
because that's what
Put
you
him
have
in
to
the
do.
litter
You
box.
have to catch him in
That's
the
what you
act.
have to
That's it.
And that's a hard thing to do.
Boy, he's sneaky too.
And we would hear him kind of ruffling around on the aluminum foil, and she's jumped up out of bed and it missed him. Like,
In the middle of the night,
yeah.
and missed him, and there's a shit on the floor.
Foiled
He's
again.
Mr. Shit on the floor.
Mr. Shit on the floor did it again.
He got it again.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What a time he's putting you through.
He's just, he's so adorable. that
Right.
It's almost funny.
And then he looks at you, and you're like,
And
ah.
he's like, what are you going to do? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
So he does that for a week, and then you guys come back to New York, and he's fine. He's in the litter box
Shit's in
again.
his box, fine.
Oh, he's acting out.
But there's no reason. He literally is treated like royalty there.
I think it's because he feels like he's on vacation and he can do whatever. That house, that's to shit in.
Because that's what.
Wherever's my toilet.
Yeah,
I do that when I have a hotel.
You shit on the floor?
Because you can. It's a
You're Mr.
hotel.
Shit on the floor?
Mr. Shit on the floor. Yeah. I feel bad for the ladies at that airport hotel in L.A.
Do you leave him a tip at least?
No. It's covered.
You just shit on the floor and then don't just leave?
Yeah.
Hot Dog's Mr. Throw Up on the floor.
Yeah, he is. Hot Dog does that for real, though, and then actually doesn't leave a tip.
Yeah.
I was lying about both those things.
And then he pours his cologne all over it to make it worse.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
I forgot he did that. That stains carpets.
No, it's better.
And it stinks. I
I
mean,
put
how-
chemicals down.
Get that smell. Out
Nobody's
of the carpet.
nobody's ever said, what cologne does Hot Dog wear?
Yeah,
That's
nobody's been
never
like,
been
damn,
asked.
this smells great.
Nobody's ever asked that to
No.
me. No.
It's just
Yeah.
shit and cool water.
No, yeah.
Cool. Dracar Noir.
Yeah. You mean my designer imposter perfume? No. I actually shit in the toilet and did leave a tip, but that was just my way of doing it. Well, that's great. And where is he there? At the aquarium?
So in Terminal C at the Orlando Airport, they have up these like big walls.
Oh, like video walls.
Video walls.
That's great.
Oh, that's
it
not
looks,
real?
It looks like a real aquarium.
No.
I wouldn't put it past Florida.
Yeah, no, I know. No,
I wouldn't put it past you to bring Toots to an aquarium.
Yeah, no, that's also a good.
We're not
point.
above it.
Maybe you like sea life.
Is that manatee?
Yeah, it's a manatee. Yeah.
How did he do on the flights?
Oh, he's fine.
He's fine.
He's great. They love him. The one stewardess. When we went down, there was somebody that was able to move over.
You would just say flight attendant. I think is what you would
Stewardess.
Okay.
We were able to move over seats, so we had an open seat.
Oh, that's
in the middle. So we were like, Toots gets his own seat.
That's awesome. And you call them stewardesses because, like, in the movie Airplane, there's stewardess.
Yeah.
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 That's a documentary.
Yeah.
Stewardess, excuse me. I speak jive. So he had the seat, and then the lady came over and scolded us. They're like, he can't be there.
Why?
What lady? What lady?
The stewardess.
Oh, come
And
on.
we're like, what? Like, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, you can't have pets on the seat. And we're like, what's okay on the lap? Our lap? Like, yeah. I'm like, and they're just being an asshole for no reason.
Just because they're on a power trip.
They are on a power trip.
Yeah.
So it was just annoying. So we're like, okay, whatever. So at least we had the open seat, but then he had to sit on our lap.
What does it matter?
I know. Because
it's a power trip.
It's a power trip.
Yeah. If anything, you just lift up the armrests, spread your thighs so that you're pretty much taking up that middle seat, and then he's there anyway.
And I literally wanted to be like, I'm just going to go get my sweatshirt and put it there on top of it, so it's not technically sitting on the seat.
Right, he's sitting on my sweatshirt.
And Clarissa's like, just don't argue. Let's not.
Started becoming a little league dad.
Yeah, you're close to getting arrested then.
Yeah, because I'll push it to the last.
I know you will.
You would?
Yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah. Just to be funny, and then coming home, the other stewardess was taking pictures of him.
Oh my! Well, he's so
Petting
photogenic.
him. He was, yeah.
Yeah.
Fine both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Holds it in.
Yeah, he's fine.
No piss or poop.
No, we put him in keep putting him in his litter box until he goes to the bathroom before we leave.
Oh, okay, that's
smart.
So he'll get in, he'll walk out. We put him back in, and sometimes he figures out, or sometimes he just sits there and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys want me to do here.
I can wait just as long as you guys can.
I got nothing on deck.
I'm
Right.
running on empty.
I'm planning on pissing on a plane in that box.
Do you try to make him go? I know all those airports have like little like pet areas. Do you?
He doesn't care.
Because that's hard. Like he's not a dog.
He has to shit in a box.
And he doesn't consider himself
Or
a pet.
on a floor.
On a floor.
On a floor. He's not a pet, he's a family member.
Yes.
So he doesn't want to, like,
My mistake.
he probably sees other pets like, oh, I would hate to live like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. He won't do it. Yeah, we've tried. Sometimes when we take him to L.A., we'll carry a little litter with us.
Yeah, because that's a long flight.
Yeah, and then get him like a pizza box, then put the litter in the box.
You'll make a litter box.
Yeah, and he still won't shit in it.
Wow. He needs his box.
He needs his box.
Sure.
Yeah.
That makes well, he is. That's the thing. That's the thing. He is a confirmed rascal.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. And has he been okay since he's been back home?
He's been great.
And he's back to eating eggs every day?
Every day.
Wow.
$2.99 at Trader Joe's.
And so you could just...
Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't even sweat it.
You don't?
No.
That's fantastic.
He gets eggs 5 ways.
What? Yeah. What a way to live life.
Yeah.
Lap of luxury for Mr. Toots.
But in Florida, he gets the fresh avocado.
He does?
Oh, yeah. We get him fresh tuna.
Really?
Because everything's just so much cheaper down there, so we can, like, get shit like that. You know,
Right.
She'll go to, like, the Asian market and get, like, a slab of tuna.
Sure.
Just cut him off some fresh tuna.
Oh, it's not even like a can of tuna. It's like fresh tuna.
No, it's like sashimi. Like you would,
Wow.
like, make sushi out of.
Yeah. No, I give my dog food.
Well, he gets cat food, too.
He just also gets sushimi.
Well, but for brunch.
I forgot about brunch.
Yeah.
He'll get cat food for lunch.
Toots has brunch?
He gets his eggs.
Sure.
And then we give him scavenger hunts. He loves scavenger hunts.
For like little treats?
Yeah, we hide his treats all over.
Right. Well, I mean, what else are you guys doing, right? You're just hanging out in Florida. You might as well do a scavenger hunt for Mr. Toots. Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to peek in on a day in the life?
Yeah, but you'd really have to do it fly on the wall because you don't want to get disrupted because you want, like, would you say you spend sometimes hours in activities with Mr. Toots?
Yep.
I mean, hours. I don't know about hours, but a considerable amount of time. Sure.
It feels like it might be. Feels like it might be hours.
You know what? It just makes him so happy to be in Florida.
He likes that.
He just loves it.
Right. And you?
I love it.
Does he try to hunt?
No, I think he's blind. I really do.
Have you ever tried the laser pointer thing? These cats love the laser pointer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like he'll go outside in our front yard. We have it like sectioned off so he can't get out the gate. And like I'll literally like there's a lizard on the wall. I'm like, Toots, look.
Right.
Toots. I'm like, Toots, over here. I have to like literally like pick him up and show the lizard. Then he's on it.
Right.
And then like the lizard moves, then he loses it. It's like,
yeah, most cats are like they don't lose stuff like that.
When we lived in Florida, my cat would like dart out of the front door and like in 5 seconds have a lizard in her mouth.
Yeah. You think it's macular degeneracy?
He may be on the spectrum of some sort.
Maybe that's why he shits on the floor.
Cat spectrum?
Maybe a little slow.
I've heard of like feline like AIDS, but I didn't know there was like is there
autism?
Is there a feline version of all human conditions?
He could be slow. There's some sort of slow cat.
Sure. He could be a slow cat, but we love him.
We love him.
Yeah, and everybody, the world loves him.
Worse.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's blind, I guess that would explain why he just shits on the floor.
But also, like, if I was blind, like as a blind human being,
you would know.
No, and I was listening to the show right now, I'd be like, well, that kind of sucks. Does Troy think I'm slow?
That's true, because he did start out by saying, we think Toots is blind.
And we said, why would he be blind? And you're like, maybe because he's slow.
Yeah, probably because he's slow.
And like, so if I was a blind person listening, and that's all I'd be doing if I was blind.
Well, I don't think it's exclusively because he's blind.
Does he do other things that make you think he's slow?
Yeah, there's little stuff here and there. You're just kind of like,
yeah.
Like there'll be a cockroach that like in the apartment, it goes right past him, and it doesn't even like affect him.
Well, maybe that's the blindness.
Do you think he's slow or just lackadaisical?
It's a good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, maybe he just doesn't give a F.
You know what? He may not just give an F. He may just be on island time.
That's true.
He's an island boy.
He's an island boy.
Yeah. Don't let him read his brother. Maybe that's why he shits in the box, because he's either lackadaisical or shits outside the box because he's lackadaisical or slow, like a slow adult cat.
Or just trying to be a rascal.
He could be a rascal.
I think it's more of a rascal, because I think even slow adults know to shit in a toilet.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
In my experience, that has been the case. Well, I'm glad we got the update. Do we want to put a bow on this thing?
It's Toots Day.
He's silly and he's furry. His name is Mr. Toots. He's always happy and purry. That rascal, Mr. Toots.
That's good. That's nice.
He's a
That's
rascal.
nice. And I'm glad he's doing well. You know, we haven't gotten a chance to meet our new intern yet. We've had a new intern. I like to allow the interns to get acclimated for a little while. Our last intern, I was going to wait like a week or so before I talked to her, Danielle. But she decided before I was ready that she'd like to contribute to the conversation by bringing up her constipation.
She just had to tell him.
Right, and that's how it started. And she, by the way, she was in attendance at the town hall yesterday.
I heard. That's
great to see her, and I'm sure we'll see her again. But we have a new intern now who says he doesn't like it when Danielle's name is mentioned.
Oh.
Because, you know.
I get that.
Yeah, he's just trying to start and carve his own way.
His time is now.
That's right. Her time is up.
Right.
His time is now.
I get that.
And his name is Malcolm. Malcolm, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so
Whoa. How about that voice,
Relax.
huh? No, I'm just saying it's the first time we've heard his voice.
I mean, I've heard it. Maybe I'm just desensitized.
You're desensitized. You're not. You have to listen to the headphones. The listeners never heard the smooth baritone.
All right, do it again. I'll pretend I've never heard you before.
Hello, everybody.
Whoa! And you hear it's kind of breathy too.
I think it moved.
Goodness, I excited myself a little bit with that one. Ooh.
Yeah, you never heard yourself in headphones before.
Holy moly!
Well, holy moly is right.
Holy moly!
That's right. Malcolm, welcome. First of all, I mean, I guess. Well, how old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. Do you identify male, female?
I identify male. I shouldn't have laughed at that. I identify male.
Okay, good. I'm glad you took your laugh back because we don't joke about anything.
Pronouns are he, him?
Yes, sir. He,
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank
All right. Now that we've got the basics out of the way, how old are you?
You already asked.
20?
21.
21.
21.
I was honestly thinking about the gender thing. I didn't want to screw that up. Where do you go to school?
I go to Ithaca College in upstate, a little bit in Ithaca.
That's right. It's more of an Albany thing. What are you? What is this your senior year?
Yeah, going into it. So, I mean, yeah.
Oh, you're going into it in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No,
What are you majoring in?
I'm a journalism major.
Whoa! So what did you think of our whole? We were breaking down CNN a minute ago, and Whoopi Goldberg. What did you think of us tearing down the mainstream?
I think you guys made some great points. Honestly,
Salient.
I think we've got some pretty based takes, as they say, coming out of left field.
I like that the new generation of journalists are staying aware of base takes. Yeah, you have to be.
Of course.
You have to be. What is it that you want to do in journalism, or do you not want to do anything in journalism? I majored in sociology. Around here, I tell people I went to the
Connecticut
broadcast
School of Broadcasting.
No. But I tell them I went to Syracuse's Newhouse School of Communications because it's the top communication school.
Is it?
100%.
Oh.
But they didn't let me in.
No, you were sociology.
But I don't tell anybody that. I go, yeah, bro.
You're not even qualified to do this job.
They go like this, new house, and I go, yes.
Yep.
It's just an awareness of the school. But are you planning on taking your major and applying it to a trade?
I think that would be cool. I definitely think, sort of like what you guys were talking about earlier, the industry is very weird right now. Like, no one wants to do it, I would say, for the most part, because why would you? So, I think it'd be fun, but I think doing stuff like this is a lot more fun than having to, go get yelled at by a bunch of people on the street or something.
That's true. There are no responsibilities here. Journalism, you're supposed to do journalism. But here, you can just say shit and go like, "What are you listening for anyway?"
Yeah,
that is a show like this. You always go, if anybody has a problem with anything, you go, "Why would you listen to this show anyway?" It's stupid. Yeah. Have you thought about this? And this, I've heard, is the future. Podcasting.
What is that exactly?
No, it's a digital form of broadcasting for the iPod. Steve Jobs invented it.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know if you've thought about that, but that could be a path. So you're not really sure what you're going to do once you get out of school?
I mean, I've got some vague ideas. I like podcast stuff a lot. I definitely think podcasting is, it's a big thing right now. I listen to a lot of podcasts. That's sort of like what got me into radio in general. So, yeah, I think doing something along the lines of radio or podcasting, sort of production stuff.
What are your favorite podcasts?
Gosh, I mean,
not Sam Wrestling. What are the other ones?
Raw Recap.
What are the Satisfied? What are the other ones?
Sack Tap.
That's right.
That's Zach Tap Live, Fridays, 8 p.m., YouTube.
Boom.
Mike's Golden Streams.
Well, they are golden.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Does a great job.
All right, so those are the top 3.
It is one of the best. Like it's like a low key goat name for a channel. Like,
Mike's Golden Streams.
Yeah. It really doesn't get much better.
Has a nice ring to it.
It really does.
And it's good branding.
It's great branding.
But what are the podcasts that you listen to that you go like, oh, I'd like to do something like this?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd like to do something exactly like that, I guess. Sure. But, I mean, I listen to a lot of comedians' podcasts back in the day before The Great Fall. Come Town was big for me.
Before The Great Fall.
It was big for me and all my friends. I mean, Adam Friedland still is a big deal.
You talking about the Joe Rogan of the left?
Yeah, the Joe Rogan of the left.
Adam Friedland?
The dirtbag left.
That's right. How was he on Cuomo, by the way?
Great.
He was. You watched it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you watch it? Why? Because they posted on YouTube or linear?
He just popped on my screen.
Yeah.
He was watching either way.
Television. Yeah.
He rarely texts us.
I know.
I thought you'd be excited about that.
I was pumped. Yeah, Adam Friedland did Chris Cuomo's show, and Troy texted the group text, and it was a picture of his television set. Like, he was literally...
Like Friday night.
Yeah, like News Nation. Troy watching News Nation, Chris Cuomo at 8 p.m. is not a bit.
Nope. He was like, look who's on.
Must-see TV.
Yeah, you love it.
Hey.
He was good, though?
It was great. Yeah, it was funny.
But so you're a Cumtown baby.
I am yeah, I mean, exactly. I was raised on that, man.
Isn't that wild that there's a whole generation of people that, like, now all you guys that, like, became obsessed with that show, were you on their Patreon and everything?
Oh, I was 15. I didn't have the money to pay for Cumtown Premium.
You were stealing it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, like...
I only realized maybe a few years ago that there was this whole generation, younger than us, like Malcolm's age, who were obsessed with Cumtown.
Yeah. Yeah, well, there had been...
And revere it in such, like, a high sense. I didn't know. I just thought it was just like...
I mean, and now as time is passing, like, it's going to be one of those footnote podcasts.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, these are the few that you mention.
And there's YouTube channels that just, like, constantly play it. There's clip channels. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
How...
I mean, it's like going
influential. Yeah, but, like, this podcast that I just... At the time, it was like, oh, it's just another podcast. It's just another comedian's podcast. But... man, people love it.
Yeah, it was almost like if you didn't know, you're like, I don't understand. How can they be like the podcast that makes the most money on Patreon?
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that listens, but all the kids were listening to it. All the Cumtown babies.
Yep.
So when Stav left, were you pretty bummed?
Yeah, I was pretty bummed about that. I always liked Stav. I always thought he was funny in that whole trio. And then once it sort of went quiet on the Western Front, and then the Adam Friedland show popped up, I kind of fell out of it a little bit. I got to college, so I had less time. But yeah, I mean, that was huge. And like, it's funny that you say that because I mean, hearing them talk about like O&A and Stern was like the first time that I had ever heard of that stuff.
Yeah,
and so
it's wild.
It literally is a bridge between all that.
That's nuts. What are you listening to now? Anything?
I mean, not recently. I guess I haven't been. Sometimes I, like Shane Gillis's stuff. I have a lot of buddies that are huge Gillis heads. Some of the Barstool guys, I also like to check up on them every once in a while.
Of course, you have to
see what's going on. But unless there's something, I don't know, some major, micro celebrity that's on some weird podcast.
You like Talk Tua? I like Talk Tua. You like the Talk Tua show?
I was big on Talk Tua. Come on now.
You love Talk Tua.
I was big on Talk. Talk Tua and the kids we're together on that.
Yeah, that's right. Talk Tua is the big show right now.
Malcolm lost it all, though.
Yeah.
By all that meme coin.
Yeah. You must. What's worse, your student loan debt or all the money you lost into Talk Tua meme coin?
Talk Tua coin.
Yeah.
I don't know. My kids are not going to college, though. I'll tell you that.
That's a shame. That's a shame. What have you thought of your experience here so far? You've got a kind of a week or so to acclimate to everything that goes on here. What have your findings been?
It's been very interesting for me. I mean, this is my first time in, I guess, like a big corporate sort of environment, and it's a very different vibe. I talked to some of the other interns around here, and I just feel like such a putz,
Really?
Because some of these other guys are here from like 9 to 5 and stuff, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've got this spreadsheet."
Bro, some of the people that work here, I've heard, are here from 9 to 5, and on Fridays. Okay,
dork.
Exactly.
Lame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's really fun. This is my first real time in like New York City too, for the most part. So that's been.
Are you from upstate?
No, I'm from North Carolina originally, so
Raise
shout
up.
out to the Cacalacs out there.
Hell yeah.
Raise up.
Raise up is right.
Damn straight.
You
Take
guys,
your shirt off.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What part of North Carolina?
Just north of Charlotte.
Woo! Horseman country. You guys love Ric Flair?
How could you not?
Yeah.
How could you not?
You look at your eyes just got so
I mean,
wide.
I was hoping he was going to say Charlotte. It's my favorite city.
Well,
Is it
Petey
actually?
Pablo. You like Petey Pablo?
I like Petey Pablo.
You gotta love Petey Pablo.
I like DaBaby. I don't know how up
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
are.
Oh yeah,
DaBaby.
oh yeah. DaBaby almost lost it all, but then he was like, "I don't really care."
Yeah.
Remember when they canceled DaBaby, and he was like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'm just keep doing it."
Over a damn Adidas too.
That's right.
Crazy. Who threw that damn Adidas?
I don't know. The damn Adidas. Yeah. Yeah, no, the Four Horsemen. Wrestling's Four Horsemen are from Charlotte, North Carolina. That's why I got excited. Yeah.
I knew a very well-to-do family from North Carolina that took a trip to Thailand over the summer.
That's right. You guys were represented on White Lotus.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Honestly, I mean, that was really shout out to Jason, whatever his name is. His accent was spot on. Parker
Was it?
Posey was fine, but his was amazing.
Parker Posey, I felt, was more comedic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
She was doing a bit.
Yeah, but
he did a really good job. Like that's
I
how
thought-
people sound.
I mean, my dad's from Tennessee, and he sounds pretty close to that. So yeah,
That's awesome. What does your dad think of you, or your parents, your family think of you being here in the Big Apple for the summer?
all by yourself.
They're a little bit worried about me. They're a little bit worried about.
Are they?
Their little country mouse up here a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think so far things have been good. I haven't gotten jumped or anything, or I haven't. I try
That's
not
sick.
to look, like scared and
That's right.
on the street. So
Like
things-
Bone Crusher. Never scared. Yeah. Remember Bone Crusher?
Of course.
He ain't never scared.
No, he ain't never scared. That's right.
Did they
That's
tell
right.
you to watch out for the migrants up here? In Florida, I hear that all the time. Oh, in New York.
Well, that's what
The
they like to
migrants.
say, because they like to go on the news. They say the migrant crisis. In Florida, that's where they get their news.
Oh, yeah.
On Fox News, they like to talk about the migrant crisis, right?
Oh, yeah, I can tell what channel they're watching.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Are your parents worried about the migrant crisis?
Yeah. Not as much as some of the Cubans in Florida probably are. It sounds like.
That's
but
right. That's right. They
whatever,
got their
yeah.
own problems down there.
Yeah,
So were you living in an apartment in the city?
Yeah, I'm staying at like a sort of like a long stay hotel place right now up on 99th and Broadway.
Was it like like in Big? The hotel that Tom Hanks stayed in Big? Just eating Oreos?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's interesting. So you're staying uptown?
Yeah, uptown. It's. I feel weird up there. I feel like I'm not supposed to be up there. It doesn't really
Color?
seem like.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
I
that far. I'm not that far up. Not that far
Yeah,
up.
99th isn't that bad.
No.
Right? I don't want
that
no.
bad.
Central Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's more why I feel like it's very, hoity-toity and,
Yeah.
and fancy. And I
Yeah.
just, I'm
Oh, you
flipping
feel
around.
like you don't like you're more of like a you're not a soch.
No, I'm a greaser, man. Come on.
I got you. I
Come
totally
on,
get
is
you.
it not clear?
I totally get you. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Do you have any goals for the summer, or are you just like, I just want to see what this is all about. I just want to soak it all in, soak up the sun.
As Sheryl Crow once said.
She did say that. She got that from me.
Did she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think just sort of, take it all in, learn as much as I can, commit myself fully to Sam Roberts show.
I love that.
Give my life, put it on the line.
Do that.
Do whatever I have to.
You got to.
I love that he didn't say the.
He knows. You got to throw the possessive. Yeah.
I hammer that in during the interviews.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this show is fucking possessive.
It's a possessive apostrophe.
Okay.
And then they go, okay. And then you go, you have any more questions? Yo, who's Sam Roberts?
I say he's the guy with the show.
It's his show. It's his show. You like, I think you should leave? You do?
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
good. I mean, that's an important question.
I should start asking that question during the interviews.
Yeah, because if people are like, no, I don't really get it. Like, if you've never seen it, that's fine. But if you're like, I don't know, it's not really
for me.
funny, it's not for me, I go, well, you're not for us.
All right, yeah.
You know? Is there any intimidation for you, knowing that the last intern had a very successful run?
There is, honestly. I've heard so many tales of intern Danielle that I'm worried that I don't know if I'll be able to live up to it. I've heard about a Hooters excursion, which I don't know if I can live up to that.
You ever been to Hooters?
No, actually.
That's
no.
a new thing. All the interns have to go to Hooters for the first time.
Listen, you
Hooters
got to
is
go
my
to
favorite
Hooters
restaurant.
and you got to know I think you should leave. You have to like I think you should leave.
You have to like it. You have to like it. Do you like chain restaurants?
Yeah, I mean, I like
rules, right?
Yeah, they're awesome, man.
Yeah.
They're based.
They're totally based.
This sounds like you're on a date.
Oh, okay.
Do you like the shows that I like? Do you like the food that I like?
By the way, if that's how I acted on a date, just listed the things that I like and go, do you like those? Because if not, we're done.
Okay, leave.
I'll be right back.
Taking a girl to a Chili's and be like, do you like Chili's?
Do you like this place?
Do you like this place? Are you having a good time at this place?
This place is really good,
'Cause
right?
if you don't like this place, it's the only one we're going to. What's your favorite chain restaurant?
Okay, actually, shout out to Zach Amico. He brought this up when he was in Bojangles, North Carolina classic. Bojangles is the best chain restaurant. Probably it's the best chain chicken, at least.
It is. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made we don't have a Bojangles around here, but they made WWE cups. I had to get a guy I know to get them for me.
Cool.
I got the cups.
Smuggle it.
Yeah.
Do they have Bojangles down in Florida?
They do.
Have you been?
I mean, there's so many good places down there for chicken, but I'm not above it.
Okay, but if Malcolm's saying it's the best chicken.
By the way, there's so many good places down there for chicken. For instance, Publix.
Yeah, like the grocery
I go to the grocery store.
I'm not
insulted.
Publix in North Carolina.
We have it very like it's here and there. It's not like Florida where they're like everywhere.
You should try the fried chicken.
I've heard it's amazing. Yeah. But
how about you bring in some Publix fried chicken and Malcolm bring in some Bojangles fried chicken?
Well, then I got to bring it back on a plane, so it'll be a day old.
And you can't have it that way. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Good thing I was kidding.
But
I was dead serious. I'll do it.
No,
He's hungry.
I know you would. Like I brought it.
But Bojangles is the spot for you.
yeah, probably or Cookout. I don't know if any
What's
of you have ever
Cookout?
had Cook. Oh my God, Cookout is. You New York City people wouldn't know nothing about this. It's you can get.
I like it. By the way, you got a little twang in there when you said that.
Exactly.
You get you New York City. You city
Shots
slickers.
fired.
Yeah.
I'm really laying this out here, so one of those cougars from Long Island will hopefully come in. Yeah, exactly.
What is it? Let me see. Don't
They're,
keep that all for yourself.
It's a fast food place, and they're everywhere
They're not
North
everywhere.
Carolina.
Oh.
In North Carolina, at least, and they
got 40 flavors of milkshakes.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
shit.
You like milkshakes?
Love milkshake.
I only thought there were 3.
Damn.
Chocolate, vanilla.
And strawberry.
All right. Then.
Troy,
Like
if you get a big milkshake, how much of it are you drinking?
The whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What, you just stop?
No. I just enjoy asking you how much you're gonna consume, and you always say all of it.
I bought it. It's getting consumed.
But like, if you bought okay, on the same token, if you got a giant bag of cookies from Trader Joe's,
Oh, it's gone.
the whole thing.
Yeah,
Well, you got to eat them before they go bad.
That's right.
I have a problem.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
You don't want to waste food, and that's smart.
No, I love food.
You do? Yeah. How are the chicken nuggets at Cookout?
They're like ostrich elbow. I don't know what the hell they're made out of, but they're a weird consistency, but they're good. I mean, they're still really good. It's kind of like the Burger King 10 nuggets for $2 thing. It's, I mean, of course you're not eating real meat, but
I gotcha.
It's good. But you can get like a burger with a side of chicken nuggets with a side of corn dog. I mean, you can get 3 entrees if you want.
That's wild.
You can really just pig out. So
It says chicken strips on the junior menu, but I'm looking for it on the adult menu, and I'm having trouble locating chicken strips on the adult menu.
it's
There's
on
chicken
there.
nuggets
It's on
as
there?
a side.
it has to. It's North Carolina. It has to be. Are you kidding me?
You guys love chicken strips in North Carolina?
I mean, we just love.
Oh, yeah, it's right there. It's the
stupid
last
food.
one.
Yeah, there you go.
On the second, see where it says choose one for tray? Second row.
Oh, there it is
Underneath
down there.
barbecue
Yeah,
chicken.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see it. That's great.
Don't worry, buddy. They got you.
Thank God. Okay. All right. I'll go to Cookout then.
You get 3 of them. Or a sandwich.
This feels like a restaurant that like a person started and it got really popular, and so they started opening more. Like, it doesn't feel like a franchise, like fast food place as much.
It definitely sort of feels like you're going to, like, I don't know, some creepy guy's house. You can get like
Cool.
a walking
I love
taco.
that.
Yeah, I mean it's.
Oh, they got
something
Coke
best.
floats?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
you like-
Cheerwine floats.
You like Cheerwine?
My God, yes. Are you kidding? Yeah.
What's
oh,
Cheerwine?
Yeah.
You don't know about Cheerwine?
I don't know.
By the way,
I'm not one of the kids.
By the way, no, it's not for kids. You New York City people wouldn't know nothing about that, right?
That's cultural appropriation, man.
Oh, sorry,
My
dude.
culture is not your costume, brother.
Oh, sorry, bro. I shouldn't have done that. I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, were you indoctrinated when you went to school? Because they say all the kids get indoctrinated. Did they like give you books about blowjobs and stuff? Because that's what they say. We worry about the children.
Yeah, so I actually went to art school, so yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You went to art school?
Yeah, I did.
How
for
come?
6th grade to
Are you
senior year.
Are you a performer?
Not anymore, but believe it or not, I used to be back in my day. I was a ballet dancer for
Let's
a ton of time.
go.
Okay.
By the way, Troy, tell me the truth. Do you think it's any coincidence that Light and the Loafers Travis over here is hiring all the theater kids?
What are you talking about?
What's the second intro we've had and the second theater kid?
Well,
You think that's
not surprised for a second?
Okay.
What are you guys complaining? I bat. I have such a great batting
You
average.
do. I can't complain. You're finding good people.
So far, you're 1 for 1.
Yeah.
And this is going well. So, I mean, yeah. So you're a ballet dancer?
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
Why not, dude? Be a ballet dancer, bro.
Come on, bro. That's just cool.
Ballet's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, that movie's coming out, The Ballerina. That's like John Wick.
I did see. Yeah, Anna de Armas. Oof, yeah, I saw that.
You could have been the Lady John Wick.
I could have been Anna de Armas. Yeah.
He could just be a dude.
Anna de Armas is definitely a girl.
No, I know she's a girl, but you're like you could have been the Lady John Wick.
Ballerina. They don't
All
say
ballerinas are girls, dude. Come on.
They don't say ballerino. They say ballerina.
I guess you got to put it
what
there.
I mean?
And A is female.
Lady.
Right.
But that's cool. That's cool.
But yes, I was indoctrinated. Then yeah,
That's-
absolutely.
So did you do ballet performances?
Yeah, I did. Like
Swan
3
Lake?
or 4 times a year. I never did Swan Lake.
3 or 4 times a year?
More than that, like 5 or 6.
Oh, you were hardcore into ballet.
I went to boarding school for it, so it was
For ballet?
It was my life, pretty much. Yeah, it was my
Ballet dancing was.
Yeah, it was my whole.
That's
shit.
sick.
That
So,
takes
like-
a lot of skill.
Of course it does.
Yeah. Thanks.
Did you have like bound feet?
I didn't have like a little Chinese lady. No,
Well, yeah, I mean, don't all the ladies who do ballet, don't they end up with like real screwed up feet from like their shoes that are on too tight?
yeah, the girls get really gnarly looking.
The guys don't have to do that?
No, you don't. You don't have to do the same type of like nasty shoe thing that they do, so it doesn't fuck up your feet the same
Yeah,
way.
their toes are all mangled.
That's what
They
I
look
thought.
Like this.
But I guess the guys don't have to do that.
No, yeah, that was like the whole thing within ballet is that like you get penis points is what they would call them just for like being a dude because
Hell
there's
yeah.
not enough guys, so
like that?
it's just
Oh, yeah.
easier. Like everything about it is easier. You don't have to do as much work usually. It's just
Because the minute you go, bro, I think I'm going to quit. And they're like, no. What do you need? What do you need?
come on, man, dude, come on.
Yeah. That's great. So then, and you did, and that was why you were in art school for ballet?
Yeah, that was like I had to like audition and all that.
Whoa. So you were doing ballet dancing before, like from the time you were a little kid.
Yeah, I started in first grade.
What made you go like, yo, in first grade, like ballet's a shit?
My sister did it, and I think like at that point when you're that little, like my parents were very chill about like sports and stuff. They didn't really like make me do any sports. They kind of let me do whatever I wanted to.
Yeah.
So when I was like, yeah, I'll give this a shot, they were like, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then I just kept doing it. So
wow,
because I tried other sports and I just sucked so bad.
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Plus, like you were probably very offended because like you're doing all these other sports and these guys are like, this ain't ballet, and you're like, fuck you, dude. Ballet's hard.
I'm gonna show you.
You think that's what they were saying?
This ain't ballet. Yeah, well, ballet's a lot harder, stupid.
Just wait till I'm older and my balance is better than you, fucking idiot.
That's right. That's right.
No.
So then, did you? How did you? After all these years, right? You're first grade all the way up till 6th grade. Now you audition. You go to a special ballet school. You're in boarding school now. You learn to be one of the great young ballet dancers of North Carolina. Were you good?
I was okay.
I would imagine you must
okay.
be pretty good.
I was okay. When I got to boarding school, my work ethic shifted a little bit, and I started getting into some trouble a little bit. So
Nice.
my ballet abilities slipped.
What are you getting into trouble for?
Breaking the rules.
Nice,
Rogue
bro.
ballerina.
Yeah, I became the badass of ballet.
Were you a rogue ballerina?
I was a little bit rogue. I was a little bit rogue.
Whoa. What rules did you break?
Yeah, I mean nothing super crazy. I got suspended at one point.
Nice. Knock a dude out?
for shoplifting, like we were talking about earlier.
You were shoplifting?
Yeah. I
What'd
was
you take?
shoplifting.
Ballet slippers?
No, I took.
You didn't just prance away?
Yeah, I didn't just spin.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, what'd you steal?
Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't.
I just say.
Yeah. It was. I
This
stole
is
a bunch
just
of
theater of the mind.
a bunch of barefoot wine that
Nice.
most revered and beautiful tasting wine. So yeah, I put it in a shoebox and walked out of the store.
Stealing this wine. You're fucked up on wine tonight. You didn't go to ballet school. Did you guys drink wine?
We did drink wine. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but you were probably the man when you came back.
Look at all
I did
this
it to impress a
wine.
girl. I did it because this girl
See?
was like, "Yeah, come
Yeah.
on." So,
Yeah.
and it
Like-
worked. It worked.
I would
so.
love
She
some
was impressed.
wine.
I mean, it's a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, oh my God, he stole wine from me.
yeah, I still pull that move. I'm just kidding.
You should. You should. Man, so then how do you get all that way and get to senior year of high school and everything and then go, nah, I'm going to do journalism? Like, it feels like one of those things that like you would have dedicated so much of your life and time to, that the idea of just being like, okay, I'm done, is kind of wild.
I just I had my last year I had this like big fat Russian guy who was my ballet professor, and he would always talk about how like when he started ballet in Russia and the Soviet Union, like he was forced into doing it, and that it doesn't make sense for anyone to choose to do it because it sucks and it's not fun. And the more I thought about that, I was like, man, he's kind of got a point.
What a terrible teacher.
I mean, he was the best teacher I've ever had. He was amazing. And he's like so raw at teaching ballet, but he kind of hates it. So, and that's how a lot of them are. I mean, so I realized that like, what's going on
But
here?
you know why they hate it? Because they're teachers, which means that they were not successful ballerinas.
Yeah.
You know, this big Russian dude sucked at being at ballet, but he was like, well, I mean, I know it, I could teach it, and he's bitter.
Let me just spend my life telling kids how much it sucks.
Yeah, he's
'Cause
teaching
it sucked for me.
He's teaching all the South Carolina kid, like that kid from North Carolina, like that kid from White Lotus. He could be a ballerina.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like being a professional athlete. Like you eventually hit a point where you blow your knee out or something, and then you can't. But for them, they're making millions of dollars, so you can just sort of retire. But ballet dancers are making like
They don't make
crumbs.
millions?
No. You didn't know that? Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess
I don't know
that's
anything
true.
about that world.
You get to a point where you're like, am I going to do this for I have to now decide after school, you have to decide, am I actually going to do this for a living? And if you are, like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the best case scenario?
The best case scenario is that like you leave high school, don't go to college, go straight to like a professional company, which would be like, you know, a pro.
Probably in Russia.
In Russia, there's some good American ones, but then it's like, you know, like a 10 or 15 year ladder to get up to like the top. And even then, I mean, you're not making like six figures. So it's just a lot of grinding for not that much payoff, in my opinion. I didn't love it enough to be willing to just suffer, I guess.
Did you keep your ballet strength? Those ballerinas are strong.
Do I look like I kept any ballet strength?
I don't know, bro. I'm not.
Sam's jacked, and he hides it.
That's true. Yeah, you got that sleeper figure. Low key.
Mike, don't a lot of football players take ballet classes, or is that a myth?
I don't know. Well, there's that scene in Pumping Iron where they're all learning how to pose by doing.
Have you seen the film Pumping Iron?
Many times.
Because the reasoning that I hear, I mean, that makes sense. Like, you do want to be light on your feet.
Presumably, it would
Right.
improve athleticism.
But you don't know
Balance.
anybody.
I remember, like, in the 90s when I was playing Pee-wee football, I had a very liberal aunt, and she would, like, taunt me and say that, like, football players all do ballet because to become better at it, but I haven't seen confirmed reports.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Just
sure
from
it's
your
possible.
That was what my mom would always tell me to make me feel better when I was
That
younger.
football players do it?
Yeah, she'd be like, all the football guys do it. It's a sport. Come on.
And then every football player was like, no, dude.
Every guy was like, gay.
That's crazy. You were sitting there in ballet class listening to Come Town.
Yeah. I mean, I was walking to my ballet class like, this is so funny, bro.
Were there other dudes that you were like friends with that were like dudes that were in ballet with you?
Dude, what do you mean by dudes?
You know, like Come Town.
The ones that were getting penis points.
Yeah, penis boy. Yeah, like there's a culture.
Yeah, I mean, there was
ballet bros, I think is what I was referring to.
Oh God. I mean, there was a couple guys. Obviously, you know, the stereotypes are somewhat true. I had a lot of gay friends. I had a lot of gay male friends.
Sure,
but
which is great. I'm more just asking because you. I've never heard of anybody striking the intersection between the manosphere and ballet, and so I just was curious if it was like there was
It's
like
a lonely
group of
Venn
you.
diagram.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know.
I mean, like, I didn't know many people, but like in college, I've met a couple of guys who are like, I don't know, into whatever. Like, oh yeah, I like to paint, and also, have you heard Nick Mullins' recent jokes, bro?
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll be like, all right.
I love that.
So, I mean, it's happening. You know, we're living in a new renaissance. There's a new renaissance men now where you can be
well-developed people.
Sure, yeah, that's one way to put it.
I think so. Andy in South Carolina. What's up, Andy?
Hey, how's it going, Sam? Happy Toots Day.
Thank you very much, and to you, and to all who celebrate.
Absolutely. So I just had to call in because I absolutely fucks with the new intern. He rules. Cookout is fantastic, and you would love it.
Nice. Okay.
Thank you, Andy.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you can go in and you get a tray.
Right.
So for you, probably I'm thinking like Cajun or spicy chicken sandwich.
Oh, that sounds great.
And then you get a ranch chicken wrap.
Oh.
And then if you want the chicken nuggets, you can get the chicken nuggets, or you do something like a corn dog. And then you get either a Cheerwine float or a Coke float.
I probably do Cheerwine float because when in Rome, and then maybe also get a chocolate shake with that. Dip the nugs in the shake.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah. You never dip nugs in a Frosty at Wendy's?
No, because
Thank
I don't
you,
want
Andy.
I don't want the Frosty to taste like the nug. No. I'm not against the nug tasting like a Frosty, but I don't want it the other way around.
Well,
you
I
know what
mean,
I'm saying?
I'm with Sam.
You're with Sam.
Of course. Of course. If you
Okay.
want to be like particular, you could just have a little cup for your dipping.
Yeah, maybe I would do that, and you don't have to say it in that voice. You'd be a little
I'm Travis,
respectful.
and can you give me a little extra in a cup? No.
I mean, maybe I would just scoop it out with a spoon and just doppel it on the.
You know what I would do if I saw Travis scooping his Frosty out into a cup? So
Say
he could
hi to
dip?
me?
I'd love to know.
I'd
What?
take the cup, and I'd throw it right in his face. Would you laugh at that?
Of course.
Yeah.
You would just do it to make him laugh.
What about you, Malcolm? Would you laugh at that?
Malcolm,
He'd have
I don't
Frosty
think
all
so.
over himself.
I go, no, Travis.
All right, sorry, I don't like my Frosty tainted. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you like it tasting like taint is what you like. Try like that one.
He did.
It was a good one.
I'm glad he heard it before he picked up the phone.
Brendan in Chicago.
Hey, what's going on, Sam? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm just wondering if all of Malcolm's social profiles and personal information has been found by Jim and Sam Dank memes yet.
Well,
it's kind of a rite of passage for a new intern.
Yeah, he's been on the air for upwards of 15 minutes, so I would imagine it's already been found. Sure. Yeah.
I gotta think he's been doxxed already. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Brendan. Yeah. Well, that's great, man. That's great. So, what are you doing in your free time in New York?
Not a whole lot, honestly. I've gotten out to explore just a tad bit. I've been out to Brooklyn a couple times.
Nice. Where Brooklyn at, by the way?
Where Brooklyn at?
That's a good question.
Where Brooklyn at, man?
That's a good question.
They in the house right now? It's, I've been out to like Bushwick. I've got some friends from high school who live out there.
Isn't that where Bill's from? Bushwick Bill?
Yep. I believe you're right.
That's right.
You're just hitting all the bad neighborhoods.
Ghetto boys represent.
That's right. That's right. Mark in Wisconsin. What's up, Mark? Oh, hi, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I was just great. I was just curious for the new intern. I mean, since it did the ballet for so long, how did you do with ballerinas? You clean up, or how'd that go?
What's up, bro? Did you clean up or what, bro?
I mean, you stole that wine for the bro.
Yeah, this is like that's like real 80s movie bully energy.
bro.
What'd you do out there? Did you clean up or what?
You smashed some gash, bro?
Let me smell your fingers. Mark's like, yeah.
Okay, answer the question. Come on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark.
Go ahead, Malcolm. Answer the question.
I did
Troy
okay.
wants to know.
You did fine.
I did okay.
Yeah,
okay.
It was fine.
Okay.
There you did. You had a great time.
Yeah.
Ballerina school. What's not to love?
I had a bad reputation for part of the time, just as like.
But you didn't give a damn about your bad reputation.
Yeah, man.
We should have a Sam Roberts show recital with Malcolm and Danielle.
Oh my God, that would be great. Do you practice ballet at all anymore?
No, not
really. You
not
just
at
let it all go completely.
Yeah, I just stopped.
It's like riding a bike, though.
Yeah, you don't know
I
how to
don't know
do it.
about that.
I know how to ride a bike.
Did I go one, Troy? Of
course.
Because it's true, right? Did you know that, Malcolm, that Travis doesn't know how to ride a bike?
Really?
Yeah.
I know how to ride a bike, Malcolm. Don't listen to
He
these
does
guys.
not know how to ride a bike. And he says, he's like, of course I do. We're like, prove it. He's like, later.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I was like, I got a bike out there. He's like, I got to get home. I got something to do.
I didn't wear my bike shoes.
Right. Right. No, he doesn't. He doesn't know how to ride a bike.
Malcolm, can you blow a bubble with bubble gum?
Yeah.
I can't. I'll admit to that one.
He can't blow a bubble with.
No.
We're stumped. We can't believe it.
But for some reason, Troy made up one day that I can't ride a bike.
What?
yet to
Strikes?
see it.
Yeah. And you talk about Venn diagrams. I think the people who can't blow a bubble and the people who can't ride a bike are like it's just a circle.
Just a full circle?
Yeah.
It's
They're
one
just
for 1-1.
They're on top of each other.
Yeah,
One
we
to
should
one.
do a Sam Roberts show recital.
I think we should do. I say we got great performers here.
Yeah.
And maybe Mike could be like the narrator because he got that deep voice. You know what I mean, and lead us through a story of song and dance. Do you have a favorite ballet?
Not really.
The Nutcracker. You ever see that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gave that one a spin once or twice.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
You ever see the Nutcracker?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's a shit.
That's like a rite of passage. You got to see that.
You got to see the Nutcracker.
It's like Godfather.
Yeah, they're very comparable.
Everybody sees it.
Very.
So what took over for ballet in terms of your passion? Like what are you into now?
Dirtbag Left comedy podcast.
That's it.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think
I feel like you got to replace that time with something.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, at college, I do a lot with the radio. At school, I did a lot of news stuff with the radio, so that takes up a lot of my time. Doing more like journalism stuff, obviously, is a time commitment.
That's true. Good journalism should take time.
It should.
Yeah. A lot of people love having, but here's the problem. Do you want it right or fast? I say fast. That's my thing.
Well, it takes me a long time to come up with all the lies to say about Trump that I have to put in the media.
You have to.
Yeah,
You
I have to call
feed-
Wolf and let him know, like, okay, say this.
Say this. Well, yeah, of course. You have to let the lame stream media know.
You want to be first or you want to be right?
First. Exactly. I want to be first. Because people, I mean, it doesn't matter if you're first or right. As long as you're first, people will believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine.
Because they don't have anything else to go by.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's true. How did you end up deciding on journalism?
I really didn't know like what I wanted to do. I knew that I wanted to do something that was kind of like writing, I guess. So
creative.
Yeah, somewhat creative. And I thought that it would have a lot of different pathways within it. So that was about it. I didn't really, I'm not like a mega journalism fan or anything. I don't have any like favorite journalists really.
Just something realistic, creative but realistic.
Yeah, something. I was really just looking for something that I thought would get me a job more than ballet would.
And you picked like
I picked the worst possible thing ever.
Journalism / radio.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll pay the bills.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. All right. Well, Malcolm, now we know you.
Thank you for the introduction.
Now you're sewn into the foundation.
We know about Cookout.
We know about Cookout. We've accomplished quite a bit. So thank you very much. Let's take a break.
Oh, okay.
How do you like that?
I like
Exciting
it.
for you?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be right back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show.
Talking about. I'm going to say 2003.
Great job.
Jesus, really?
Yep, you got it.
I don't know what's going
See,
on.
we were right when we were outside the club and thought you were a punk.
How dare you?
Yeah. Yeah. 03.
Good job, Bo.
It feels 03.
It's very 03. Because I feel like in 03, like the hip hop, like there was still like DMX.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were just N-bomb after N-bomb, right?
They were really vulgar.
They were driving it home.
They were really, really very vulgar back then.
Yeah.
Very vulgar, even more so than now.
Yeah.
And homophobic too. That wasn't the greatest.
Really? No. Yeah.
Very, very much so. And that wasn't the greatest.
Not DMX, though.
He has a whole song that is like celebrated still, that the whole first verse is extremely homophobic, and it's really not great. It's tough.
But then he would say a prayer and everything's fine.
Yeah, he was a religious guy.
He was. X was a complicated man.
And X going to give it to you.
And he did.
Rest in peace.
Rest in power.
Rest
in power is right. Remember when he had his funeral procession was full of monster trucks?
It's literally the greatest funeral procession I've ever seen.
It's the cool. He's the best.
To have that go all the way to then Barclays Center, and then your funeral is at Barclays
It's at
Center.
the Barclays. He's the best.
Imagine now.
Oh, bro.
You clean house.
I'd literally buy the estate. How much for the house?
Dude,
I'll put it on a credit card. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. I'll figure it out.
You take Klarna?
yeah, for sure. No, I would have had at least a couple of leather jackets and
Right?
Timbos.
Little Rough Riders stuff. Oh.
And every morning I'd be walking in here, I'd kick in the door and go, hey, everybody, stop. Drop.
You'd look so good in a Rough Riders jacket, too, by the way.
Even if it was a little too big?
Yeah, you should just get one.
I would want his. I can't get one now because I know I could have had his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure one of those will pop up on eBay at some point.
You would think so. I would just hope that they would have some marker of authenticity.
Yeah.
You know? You'd have to know it was legit. By the way, there are stories coming out now that, remember when Mike and the Mad Dog had opposite opinions as to who got Tibbs fired from the Knicks?
I do, yeah.
They're saying Mad Dog was right. They're saying it came from Dolan.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. Yeah, which isn't too much of a shocker, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's rarely one person. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a... And also, you know, that stuff doesn't happen. Like, it's not like everything's fine, and then one guy goes, hey, let's fire him. Like,
good idea.
Right. that's usually like something that's been in the works for a very long time. Like we're waiting for that one last thing. It's like a police investigation when they can't get the guy on a speeding ticket because they're trying to get him on something much, much bigger. Like they're probably waiting for that one last thing. And I'm sure what's his name? The president of the Knicks was aware.
Leon Rose?
I'm sure he was aware that it was happening. It was probably not Rose's call, but I'm sure he was aware that this was at least a movement that was taking place, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they any closer to figuring out who...
Nope.
Did they say they were looking at Jason Kidd? Did I read that?
Yeah, I think that
he coaches Dallas now, right?
I think they requested the ability to talk to him.
You have to request that, what, from Dallas?
Yeah. Like if he's currently signed as your coach, then you have to ask.
They don't let you contract hamper?
May I please talk to him?
Yeah. They're like, no.
No, you may not.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't want to, by the way, just so in case you thought we did.
Joke's on you.
Yeah. That was a test.
Yep.
You passed. Congratulations, but...
Jason asked us to do that for you.
Yeah. He wasn't who we wanted. Goodbye. Click.
Fuck, who do we want?
Yeah, I don't know. When does the season start?
No.
Oh, what a mess.
Is Tom available?
Tibbs! What a mess. What a mess. Well, we'll see. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Don't forget, Thursday at 11 a.m. is when we're going to air the town hall. In the meantime, you can jump on the SiriusXM app, get your dirty little hands on everything we've been doing in here the last couple weeks. As well as you can get the new Emergency Not Sam Wrestling podcast from last night on the SiriusXM app.
Yeah, I guess.
Siren was blaring.
He's not going to give you anything.
He's laughing. He thinks it's funny.
I think he took a gummy.
Because he thinks it's funny that I do it, and he also thinks it's funny how irritated by it you are. He
It's
thinks
just unnecessary.
It ruffles your feathers.
I want my guy to get some sleep.
I know, he needs sleep.
But guess what?
What was the emergency last night?
New world champion.
Gunther?
See, you heard about it.
I know about it.
Imagine if it was as widely known enough that you would know about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't have emergency coverage.
I would think a little less of you because that is a big deal, right? Like I don't stay up anymore. But they don't switch those titles.
No, Papa H doesn't like switching titles around.
on Raw.
No, I mean they switch titles rarely as it is, but no, there's especially
like that shit used to happen all the time when I was watching. Like it wasn't crazy for a title to switch.
Well, yeah, because of the Attitude Era, they were just like, I think there was a stat where like they were switching them like 8 to 10 times a year,
which is cool.
No, it's not cool. It's dumb.
But like that stuff's usually reserved for, and I know you don't call them pay-per-views anymore, but you know
they're premium live events.
Premium live
PLEs.
Events. Yeah.
You're talking about PLEs?
Am I wrong though? Like it's usually reserved.
If it's going to happen, probably a PLE.
So you needed to do an emergency podcast.
Is where nobody saw it coming. And
because it wasn't a PLE.
And he beat him clean on Raw, not at the PLE. He won at the PLE,
but he didn't get it.
Money in the Bank.
Okay.
Jay, he won at the PLE on Saturday.
Now this just is going to set up a
lost
rematch,
the title to Raw,
right? Boom. There's
no. This was the rematch.
We're done.
This was the rematch.
Okay.
It was a WrestleMania rematch. Gunther said, "Beat me once, shame on me. Not again. Not again."
Oh, so they just gave it back? Did they let Jey Uso have his time?
Yeah, but people were bummed. They were like, it wasn't that long.
All right.
But
yeah, but I'm sure there's going to be another fucking emergency tonight.
Who knows?
Woo, woo, woo.
There was one last Tuesday. There was an emergency last Tuesday, so who's to say?
What could possibly be the emergency?
Mariah May showed up in NXT.
At this point, you're better off just having a daily show and just like forgetting about emergency podcasts.
You know what? You might be right.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, bring that to the powers that be.
I'm full of them.
We'll see you later.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Greetings and citations, fine.
Really, and the longer this goes, the more I feel like it. Really feeling like, and tell me if I'm wrong, but this just feels like it's about two dudes fighting with each other. This does. I mean, I feel like we've completely lost the mark on anybody even pretending This is about what's better for the country, better for the state, anybody fighting for what they believed in, trying to live up to promises made to the vote. None of it. It really is just two guys that are fighting with each other. And that's what it is. It's a personal power thing between Gavin Newsom and Donald Trump. And you want to believe, and it was the same thing with Elon and Donald Trump. But you want to believe that, well, no, that couldn't be true. These people are so powerful. They're in charge of so much. Why would they be so petty? But, I mean, the more stories you read and the more people you interact with, and the more documentaries that get made out of businesses and CEOs that collapsed and all this stuff, it all comes down to ego and hurt feelings. Like, it's like the more power people get, the more sensitive they get, and the more petty they get. You know, like they just decide something. People get a lot of power and they just decide something and they go, this is what we're doing. And then the minute somebody says, I don't think that's a good idea, they go, what are you, against me? And then just like use all their power against that person. And then they mask it in a way where it's like, but this has nothing to do with me. I'm doing the job if this is for the people. This isn't an ego trip. Meanwhile, I'm going, okay, whether LA is actually burning down or not, I'm highly skeptical of the actual burning down. There is a protest going on. It's happening, you know. There are Waymos getting lit on fire. There is a thing that needs to be settled. But I'm seeing the governor is like tweeting out AI General Palpatine. You know, did you see that? The emperor, I'm not general, emperor. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect.
Sam doesn't know.
Yeah, I didn't mean to disrespect the rank of Palpatine. But yes. While all this is going on, instead of debating policy, we have, Trump over here arguing about phone calls. No, I got the receipts. And then this one over here going, who Trump is like? Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. You like Star Wars? And you're going, what are we talking about? I mean, there was a whole thing yesterday. They were like Newsom was like, well, I talked to Trump and Trump's never called about this. And Trump's like, I called. See, it says here that I called. Except it says that he called the same day that Newsom said that he called. Like Newsom was like, he hasn't called since Monday. And Trump was like, no, see, I called here. And first of all, like the story here is that Trump's calling this guy at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
That's to me the whole...
That's the first thing I thought of.
Yeah. I'm like, Trump's up at 1:30, and I know it's not 1:30 in the morning Newsom time. It's 1:30 in the morning Trump time, but regardless, man, I'm in bed. I'm not calling anybody at 1:30. If somebody's calling me at 1:30 in the morning, somebody wants to get on the phone at 1:30 in the morning, it better be some wild shit.
Better be Stone Cold.
If Stone Cold's calling at 1:30 in the morning, I'm up. No, I wasn't sleeping. Hey, Sam, you up? Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, I am. Why else? Well, hey, of course, it's 1:30 in the morning.
What else would I be doing?
Yeah. I mean, what am I? I mean, you're up, right? Well, of course I was up. But that's the thing that you expect, not like, oh, even at 10:30. What happened? What happened to growing up? And remember your mom was like, she'd look crooked if you had a friend that called after sundown?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That phone rang?
Oh, the
and
phone.
Everybody's watching TV.
Forget about that. The phone rings after sundown. Tony Soprano's mom. I don't answer the phone after sundown. You're not supposed to call at night. Business hours are over.
Or like if you knew a friend was going to call at night, you would be waiting and you would hope that you could get it on like half a ring.
Yeah, half ring. Did anybody wake up? Did anybody hear that? Who was that calling? No, I don't know. Somebody's on the other end of the phone. Your mom picks up the other phone in the other room. Who is this?
Mom!
Mom, get off the phone. I got it.
Anyway, did you see the match?
Yeah. My post-Raw. That was the original Raw recap. Chuck calling me at 10 p.m. But yeah, I mean, that to me is what struck me, that like Trump holds up his phone and he's like, see, I called him. And it's like nobody's going, what are you doing making calls at 1:30 in the morning? You should be in bed.
We're late.
And like, I know you're like, wow, I'm isn't it great that the president is like, doesn't keep hours, he's up all night? It's like, nah, man. I want the president to get his 8. You know what I mean? I want the president 8 hours a night.
I mean, there's got to be a happy medium, because didn't they say, like, Biden, he can't do anything after 4 o'clock.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about wanting somebody who what do they call that when you turn like M. Night did a movie about it when you turn into like a Alzheimer's monster when the sun goes down.
Yeah, like there's got to be a happy medium between like this guy can't function after 4 and this guy's up at 1 a.m. calling governors.
I mean, call me old school. You know what I want? I want a president that watches the monologue of the Tonight Show and then goes to bed. That's the way it's supposed to be done. That's the way, you grow up. If you grow up in a wholesome household, right around the monologue of the Tonight Show is when the grown-ups go to bed.
11:45.
Exactly right. And as a kid, you're like, well, and as a kid, you go, that's very late, 11:45. I couldn't imagine staying up that late. I go to bed, even if I'm a little older, 10 o'clock was a big leap for me. But maybe you start packing it in as the local news is on. Start winding down.
What if the president is a fan of Conan and wants to stay up
Conan
till
is for
12:30?
Conan is for the college kids. Conan is not for the adults. Conan is not for the people that are responsible for things. Conan is for the people who are in dorm rooms that for the first time in their life don't have anybody checking on their bedtime.
Because that was the best.
Oh, of course. You go. There's a whole world of television that's on at 12:30 just for me. Look at that bear. He's jerking off.
He did it again.
I can't believe it. I gotta watch. I never know when the masturbating bear is gonna come back. And it was perfect. But that's not for I couldn't go, hey, mom and dad, you got to stay up till 12:30. Conan's got this bear. He's masturbating. The bear masturbates. They'd be like.
And if you're looking for something to watch before that, don't worry. E's got Howard Stern.
Right. Yeah, E's got Howard Stern. Every now and then they
Insane Clown Posse's on.
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse's arguing with Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, that was must-see TV.
Must see. But you were either in a dorm room or you had gone to bed, waited till your parents fell asleep, and then you sneak downstairs.
But that's what Trump's doing now.
To watch the show. You think he's waiting till mom and dad? You think he waits till JD falls asleep?
You think they sleep in the same room?
He looks in. He's like, okay, good.
No, not in the same room, but he probably makes.
JD sleeps in the White House?
I think so. I think so too. I do think so too. Yeah, he waits till JD and Marco Rubio fall asleep, and then
they have bunk beds.
I think they do because Trump demanded that they have bunk beds because he wanted them to have more room for activities.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah.
You need room.
Actually, JD came in and asked the president, "Can we have bunk beds?" And you know what the president said?
He said, "You guys are grown men.
You're
do
adults.
whatever you want.
Do whatever you want." And JD and Marco were like, "Yes!"
But they were like, "So is that a yes?"
Is that a yes? That's exactly what happened.
JD gets top bunk, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Over
for sure.
Rubio?
Yeah.
For sure. For sure. I mean, I remember when
Rubio's probably at a race car bed.
Rubio.
He's tiny.
Rubio was fury. I was reading this on CNN. He was furious that JD was playing his drum set.
Oh no!
Furious.
Didn't he know that that's not supposed to be played?
And then he put his butt on it. JD put his butt on Rubio's drum set. I don't know
CNN?
if I saw it on CNN. Wolf was talking about it.
That makes sense.
Wolf gets to the bottom of everything.
He gets to the bottom of everything. He gives me all. For a lot of people, they go to other spots. They go to podcasts and stuff. For me, CNN is it. But yeah. So I think maybe that is it. Maybe the Donald sneaks downstairs because I was startled by two things. I was startled by the fact he's making calls at 1:30 in the morning, and I was startled that it's just on his iPhone.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, isn't it supposed to be like every call is like monitored?
You're supposed to have like a special phone.
There's supposed to be like every call's supposed to be. There's supposed to be a transcript.
Oh,
of
I
it.
don't think we do that anymore.
We stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Just because it was too much.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're supposed to like put the phone call transcripts in the Library of Congress or something like that.
Not with Trump. That's all out the window.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like all kidding aside, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I remember Obama was like, I would like to use my BlackBerry, and everybody was like, we have the craziest president. Remember that?
Yeah.
Obama was like, I just like using my BlackBerry, and the people were like, this is a wacky guy as
Nuts.
president. This is a crazy person. We've never had anything like this before. Yeah, so I guess he's just like, see? But then he goes, the clips